Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. Y'all already know what it is, man. We back with another one of them things. Listen, we got a whole lot to discuss tonight. We're gonna be talking all over the spectrum, you know, triple B's, but definitely we got something special for C Red Nation and Lonzo Ball. Before we get started tonight, we do have to give a brief moment of silence. It has been a slang, you know, again, in the hip hop community, you know, rest in peace, PNB Rock. That's crazy because the news came out that something had happened, and then more news came out that it didn't go in the favor. So here at Flight Sports, we want to send our condolences to his family and everybody that's affected by the situation. Also to anybody who has ever lost anybody to gunfire, to violence, to anything. Here at Flight Sports, we want to slow all of that down. We want to be an advocate for change. So we want to give a brief moment of silence. And tonight, if anybody want to speak on, if they listen to this man's music, you definitely have the platform tonight to voice your opinion on the situation tonight. I'm having the doors open for you, you know. But before we get started, let's give a brief moment of silence. Yeah, it's Flight Sports TV. So you already know what it is, man. We got all access in the building. Dex, talk to the people. We live.
Shout out to Flight Sports TV, The Machine. Big ups to Flight for recognizing senseless violence in the inner cities of our community. And this one right here was in my area. And it was at a place that I frequent, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. I heard it was on the one at the Pico location. I think Pico on the Brea, that's where it is. That's a very famous cornerstone for Roscoe's. It's not the original location, but it's a very, very hot spot in that area. I mean, for food trucks, just for everything. A lot of after parties. People go there. It's like an iconic location. And I've been eating Roscoe's since the 80s. And it just troubles me that the youth constantly engage in violence at locations that, you know, we own as a people. And it was a staple. I mean, it is a staple in the Los Angeles area. Borderlines Hollywood to some degree. And normally that's a good, decent area to do a lot of business, because there's a lot of Black and Hispanic business on that block, you know. And to have something like that happen, it kind of mars the importance of having something that you can call your own, to the degree that type of crap lessens the property value, you know, especially when we're dealing with the real estate crisis that we're in. We need to enhance our property value, because there's a lot of minorities that have a lot of equity in that area, and it's not a bad area. So hopefully things will smooth out for the better. It's a lot of hood politics, and it doesn't matter what state you're from. When you come to LA, them hood politics is thick. So you can't act like you want to sneak in and sneak out because there's too many eyes. There's too many eyes on the prowl, and the wolves are constantly out. So on that right there, no, and he kind of looked like Sam. See, that's another thing. He kind of looked like Black Sam.
Right.
So he got a lot of similar features. So I'm hoping that it wasn't, wrong person, wrong location, and they would maybe was targeting somebody else, and he just looked really familiar. Because I don't listen to his music. I really don't know what he have out there, but he's popular. I heard his name, especially several years ago. So the youth know who he is. He has a high following, and he looked like a pretty decent guy to me. But nevertheless, you just never know when it comes to them hood politics of who was disturbed, who was shaken, and who was looking for revenge, whether it's that particular person or somebody in your camp. So LA politics, LA hood politics is really a thing right now. And it's always been that way. But it seemed like since there's not much LA music just hitting the radio wave or just storming through the underground or even on various platforms, I guess people think they're died down or something. They think that they're dialed down. They own a stand down. But that's not the case in LA. Whether they rapping or clapping, that hood politics is always going to have something happening if you're not careful. So you can't come in there blind. That's a fact. You can't come in there blind. You must be accepted to some degree and get in, do your business, and get out, because there's always eyes on the prowl, and there's always wolves out there that's looking, for that come up. So hopefully that, they get everything together and things start to unfold as the days go along. And as Flight Sports TV, you're welcome if you want to come up and have some type of dialogue, discussion about this young man and his music, because I don't listen to his music.
Well,
I'm just familiar with the name.
my nephew listened to him actually, so that's how I got introduced to him. He had made some music with King Von. I was listening to King Von a whole lot. So I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, Flight. I was peeling off when I found the news. I was peeling off my foot tee. I don't know if you're familiar with foot tee. It's kind of a little bougie thing, you put the tee on your. I learned it from the Chinese when I got my Asian scrub. That's when I first got hip to that years ago. When I had my first Asian scrub, and they started instructing me on certain things to rid my body from toxin. And one of the things were the foot tee. And basically, I mean, you can now you can get them at Walmart and things of that nature, or any probably drugstore, CVS, Walgreens, or wherever you go, Rite Aid. But back in the day, you had to order it. You order through Amazon, you order through Google, and what's that other one besides Amazon? Everybody order through.
Sure, I'm not 100% sure. I know Amazon.
Yeah, because I'm having a brain fog.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Amazon. I think they like backed by Google, but not East Bay. Is it East Bay? No, East Bay was sports, right? That's sports. Not Craigslist. Well, you should be able to get it from Craigslist. And then there's another one that rivals Amazon. I can't just think of the name right now. But anyway, you can now get it from stores. So I will recommend it because it works. Basically, what it does, Flight, and to be succinct, you put this pad on. It's tea. It's a certain type of tea that absorbs the toxins from the bottom of your foot. And then you put it on. You strap it, put your socks on, walk throughout the day, and at the end of the day, it leaves like a tarish type substance, real dark tarish type substance, and that indicates the level of toxicity that's in your body that's not in your body anymore. And you do it maybe 5 days. Some do it 10. I only do it 5. I do it like once a year. And during the 5 day span that I do this, I try to eat better foods, drink a gang of water, drink a gang of water. And the more water, the more toxin comes out. And throughout the 5 day period or 10 day period, depending on what you use, the toxin, the coloration of the toxin start to get lighter and lighter. And you want it to get to the point where you see less darkness and more light. And that's how you know your body got rid of some awful toxin that if you didn't use a T-foot, it probably would be circulating through your body. Because we know that from your foot to your brain back to your foot is 500 seconds. Basically, that's 8 minutes, 20 seconds. The same amount of time it takes light to hit the earth, 500 seconds. So it has some type of spiritual connection, as well as have some type of physical connection, because you see the results when the tar comes out. So if you're interested in it, go ahead and get you some and get some of them toxins out of your body, especially if you're a drinker and a smoker. I'm neither one of them, but I still have a lot of toxin coming out of my body based on my diet. But if you're a drinker and a smoker, I advise you to do this immediately, as soon as possible. It's best for you, and it's not expensive.
Go call, Dax. Marvin though walked in the building. What's the deal, Marvin? We didn't even get to the Chicago Bulls talk yet. But what's up, Marvin? How you feeling tonight? It was a pleasure to be back working with you tonight.
What's going on, guys? How y'all
Right.
doing, man?
Good. I want to say something before we continue. I feel like whatever we were doing some other things. I really feel like I missed the audience, miss y'all. But, I want to get back talking with the people. This is what I like right here. I like working with Marvin. All access. We got Fawn in the building.
Yo,
The chat is lit. We in here politicking. This is what it's all about. Well, what's the deal, man? Fawn, what's good? What you want to? We talking basketball? You want to? We know we got a slam in the community with the PNB Rock
Yeah,
situation. I don't know.
yeah, no, that's why I came to join to talk about, man.
Oh, talk about his music. And because you're a young man. How old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay, so you probably let's go. We would love to hear your thoughts on this. This happened in LA. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I've been a fan of his music since I was a kid. He came out around like 2016. So, I was around like 10, 11 when he first started like popping off, with a lot of hits with Kodak Black and all that, man. And a whole bunch of songs, man. Like I said, I've been listening to him for a while. You know, and then his whole death situation is crazy because it's like, his girlfriend, she pulled a stupid move. That's just to keep it, short. Like she pulled a stupid move. Everybody knows you don't post your location when you with a high class celebrity with jewelry on, chains on, diamonds on, especially in a city like LA. You don't do nothing like that there. LA is known for robbing, killing celebrities. Another artist, Salsa Walker, what I'm saying? He just got, well, they tried to rob him, what I'm saying, the other day in LA. This person ended up dying. You feel me? But this is LA. Pop Smoke. We could go on and on about rappers getting killed in LA. And his girlfriend, she posted on her story the location where they was at while they were there eating, knowing that you got to post it when you're gone. Take the picture. When you leave, that's when you post it and drop the location. You're gone. You're not there no more. But yeah, man, they ended up getting the location, came through, did what they did, man. And it's a sad situation because nowadays we living in my generation is a generation of the internet, and people getting shot, people getting killed. And first thing that we think of doing is pulling out a phone and recording. You know what I'm saying? They got this poor man on the floor bleeding out all on camera, and they literally recording dude while he dying. You know? And it's just crazy because like now imagine his family when his family got to go on the internet and that's the last thing that they see of him moving and you know that's the last thing that they seeing of him alive. You know, it's him bleeding out in pain. But yeah, man, it's a sad situation, man. Yeah, you know, his girlfriend, you know, sad to say she was the main cause of his death, you know, being stupid, posting a location while they's there, you know what I'm saying, eating out. And if you look on his story on his Instagram, he had jewelry on, chains, all that, man. But yeah, bro, you know, it's a sad situation. That's all I gotta say.
Hmm. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know the topic when I walked in. That was a
No, no,
strong.
no.
That
Yeah, I
was a.
know.
Let me say this, Mike. That was a strong rendition by a 16-year-old guy. I think it was,
Right, yeah,
and I
most
think
definitely.
everybody that heard it should have listened to him. Now, I didn't know anything about this, and I just read it because I just got in the chat. But that right there, that moved me. That young man right there. I like his spirit. I mean, he's on track. A lot of people need to listen to guys like that. Seriously. But I'm
Most,
gonna let you.
most definitely.
I didn't know.
No. We already. The topic is the Chicago Bulls. I'm happy that you're in here. We've got to get back to the basketball stuff. We haven't even got into it just yet. I want to ask you now that you're here. Let's get into the introduction, man. Lonzo Ball, man. We all know. You know he's about to miss some significant time. You understand that that news was out. That was breaking. We all got that, I believe, a week ago. Obviously, people need to step up. We discussed what Zach LaVine must do. We discussed how DeMar DeRozan must adjust his game. We haven't got the Vucevic just yet. I think Vucevic he became like the missing, like almost like the third or fourth wheel, whatever you want to call it. It was kind of crazy with Lonzo being in Chicago because it seemed like when he was in Los Angeles, when he was in New Orleans, he was getting the brunt of all of the blame when things went wrong. But in Chicago, it seemed like the fan base and everybody blamed Vooch. When things went left, it was Vooch. So it was kind of funny to see another person receive that treatment this season. But we all know the talent that Vucevic is. We just had my man Foreign in the building. He's from Orlando. He knows about Vucevic very extensively. Vucevic was a dominant player in Orlando. The Bulls going to need some of that, this season, to stand pat in this loaded Eastern Conference. The Eastern got better, it's crazy. What's your thoughts on that situation? How pivotal is it for Vucevic in particular to step up this season?
Well, we all know that is. But first, I want to say shout out to the family, man. I've been gone, man. My brother was down here in Dallas before I get started, flight.
Go ahead.
My brother been here, man, and 15 of my partners came down for my other
Wow.
partners' retirement party from Gary, Indiana, and Chicago. And
Wow.
boy, I'm just now back to talking. So, but I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, so, you sound you had an extravagant situation.
Yeah, this whole weekend, man, since Thursday. So I've been out and about. But far as these Bulls, come on, flight. We already know. You know how much we talk about it all the time. We even get ridiculed because of injuries that occur on our team. But what happens? The games don't stop, do they? It's time for Billy to step it up and put it together, and for the other guys to step up also. This is more to me like on Billy than the players. Now I'm gonna tell you something that probably a lot of people probably hadn't really even thought of. What we finna go through, we went through last year, and we experienced it. If we can't make the right adjustments, then Billy's not doing his job. This ain't new to us no more. So ain't no crying. It ain't nothing to talk about. You feel and play. You get the players, and you already got the backups, and everywhere you need to go, you bring people in. But Vooch do need to play better also. He started the year off last year real bad, man. Real bad. He's missing bunnies, and he came on late in the second half. And he was actually tired down the stretch, but he still came on late. But I mean, we all know he's very key. But I mean, this boils more down to the full team. When you lose a player like Lonzo, shit, you're gonna need 3, 4 people to step up. Shit. One of them, another one being Patrick Williams. he can take some load off of Vooch. We need these dudes to be and coincide with each other, man, including Derrick Jones Jr. I mean, quite as it kept, we all seen the glorious high flying alley oops, one or two of them. We need 12 or 14 of them. We need for him to do it all the damn time and hit his jump shot. And something not usually said about the Bulls, man, because his prowess on defense is Caruso. He got to step his scoring up also, guys. He puts a lot of minutes on the floor. And he does now. We would all say he make up for it on defense. Yes, I agree. But you remember I said this before. If you're gonna give me 23 minutes a game, I need more than 8 points to 9 points a game. If you're gonna give me 23. Now I'm not saying Caruso is gonna get that many, but I think he averaged about 20 to 19 to 20 minutes a game last year. And I don't think he averaged double figure in scoring. Now, like I said, we can probably get away with that because of his defensive prowess, but we still need that scoring. If we can't get the mix and match, and that's what Billy really didn't do. Meaning this, you don't have to play Zach with DeMar every fucking set. You can use one of them to help the second team. They usually use DeMar. I think they want to probably try to experiment with Zach on their team. I don't know how well it'll work, but I really believe Patrick Williams is a big key, even more than Vooch. Because Vooch, if you look at him, guys, you know, like you said, he was a dominant scorer in Orlando. He was the number one. And this was his first year becoming a number 3 this past season. Just getting acclimated to doing anything of the sort is tough for any player, let alone a center. And then he really had to take on the load at all about, you know, blocking shots, rebounding and whatnot. With a little help, bringing a little pressure off of him, going to help him also, which if he's not as tired, maybe he can keep his shot on, don't miss so many bunnies. So it's a combination of a lot of things, guys. It's Vooch for sure. I'm not going to mention Lonzo. He's not going to be there. It's Io. Io's on. He's front and center now, guys. Here we go again. He might be the starting point guard. He might be. So he got, you know, it ain't no crime. We play with who we got until we get healthy. You know, it's a combination of things, man. But I really believe too tonight, Vooch do have to play better. So, but the whole team in general, it really does. Like.
Right, I completely agree with you. Fawn, you from Orlando. I want to get into Vucevic's numbers. Vucevic, like I said, he's coming off of a double season. He averaged 17 points per game, 11 rebounds. You know, his last season in Orlando, he averaged 24 points and 11 rebounds. So the rebounds is clearly consistent. You understand?
Yeah.
Obviously he took a dip in points. You know, when he was with the Bulls a season ago before the big situation with the acquisitions, he put up 21 points, but that's that carryover from Orlando. You know, so his points did drop a little bit, you know, playing with Zach LaVine, but that's not really significant. You know, his field goal percentage stayed the same at 47. You know, what's your thoughts on Vucevic's game in Orlando? So give me some differences. How you seen him in Orlando opposed to what you just seen a season ago?
Yeah, so in Orlando, he was obviously the top player on our team for many years due to the fact that, you know, he was surrounded with role players like Evan Fournier and, you know, things of that nature, man. He never really had no superstar besides, you could say, Victor Oladipo, but, you know, we traded him a little too early, you know.
Yeah, I didn't let him develop. I mean, y'all did have some duds, Alfred Payton and a couple of people. I had to let some of that trash go.
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. Oh, I
yeah.
forgot Aaron Gordon. Yeah, Aaron Gordon, he was solid for us. I'm gonna be honest. You know,
but I mean, Aaron Gordon to me, he was a guy. He never really, you know, made it to the play he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be that number one option. You know, I think he was the reason why Orlando couldn't really go over the top. And I think in Denver, he's got to make the decision. A lot of people looking at this guy, looking at that guy. They traded how many first round picks they traded for this guy?
They had a good Terrence Ross. Don't forget Terrence Ross.
Yeah, Ross is a problem. Orlando got talent. You know, we're not gonna sit up here and they just, you know, they got to get it situated. Every team got a team. You know.
Yeah.
Orlando, y'all gonna be all right.
And the thing about Terrence Ross is, you know, I keep on forgetting about
He
him.
won't
He's
be there. He's
actually
not going to be there forever either. But I'm sorry, go
yeah, no, he's actually gonna be the veteran of the team. Well, he basically is now. You know, he's probably like the oldest cat on the team. You feel me?
I'm surprised LeBron ain't go after him yet.
You
And
don't
it's
think they're
crazy.
gonna move him? That's what I'm gonna say. You don't
He's
think
a
they're
hell
gonna
of a
move him?
shooter. No, he's gone. He ain't.
Uh,
He's not a part of
I mean,
that core.
we can, because you know he's a little older and we focusing on our future right now. But any team that trades for Terrence Ross is getting better because you know he give you buckets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's like
he got better.
yeah, he's like you know, this might be a crazy comparison, but no, I ain't even gonna say that. I ain't even gonna say that, bro. But you
Say
know,
it.
I was gonna say kind of like a Jamal Crawford, where you know they could come off the bench and
Okay.
just get the dropping
Yeah,
hella buckets out of nowhere.
that's pretty decent. That's decent.
You know, I'm not gonna say he's on Jamal Crawford's level, but scoring wise, yeah, you know, he could come off the bench and just drop 30 points randomly. You know what I'm saying? That's just the thing about Terrence Ross. And I feel like a lot of teams, like boom, the Lakers, they can most definitely use Terrence Ross. You know, teams that, you know, just want to give away a pick or something for him, go ahead. Y'all can have Terrence Ross. Because he's not a part of our future. We got so much young people on our team that, you know,
Hmm.
we can afford to give away players like that, you know, and just not really care about it. But yeah, we had
But
Terrence Ross.
you guys hadn't been actively trying to move him though, right? Or had you had any offers or what?
No, not to my knowledge. We weren't trying to move him. We really didn't try to do anything this off season because we didn't need to. We picked up Paulo Banchero and
Yep.
you know
There you
saying number
go.
one pick in the draft, and then on top of that, we did get a second round pick that I very much like. You know, he reminds me of Klay Thompson. His name is Caleb Houston. He
Mm.
you know, he plays defense. He's a wing
What did he
player.
come out? Where did he come out? Where did he come out with college?
I think he went to the same college as Franz Wagner. What was it, Michigan, I believe?
Michigan. Michigan. Yeah, because I thought I heard this guy's name.
Yeah, and he was a top recruit coming out of high school. You know, it just when he got to college, you know, he kind of fell. I'm not gonna say fell off, but you know, one thing that never fell off was that shot. And that's why we needed to pick up shooters. That's why in the draft when we picked up Paulo, I'm like, you know, don't get me wrong, Paulo's nice, but I wanted Jabari Smith Jr. because he was the best shooter in this draft.
Mm.
But you know, they knew what they was doing because they ended up picking up Caleb Houston in the second round
What
pick.
is that power forward that's been hurt on you guys for the last 2 years? That real nice guy.
Jonathan Isaac.
Isaac.
Yep, and he's gonna be
Is
back
he
this year.
is he back?
Yeah,
They got
he's
Mo
gonna be back.
Bamba.
He's looking healthy.
They got Bamba too.
I like that Isaac guy.
Yep. When he come back, him and like I said, people don't believe me when I say Markel Fultz is nasty. He's
Yo,
gonna have a
look, yo,
breakout season
I
this
want to
year.
say something. We're gonna do some season previews at some point before the end of this month. I definitely want you to be here when we do the Orlando one. You
Bet.
know, a couple of
Yeah,
I
man.
want to highlight.
I
It's
like
going to be an
Orlando.
exciting season. I mean,
I like
they
Orlando.
2 years away, but they're going to be an exciting team. I think
Shit,
Paolo. They ain't
they
gonna do
got a
nothing in
chance.
the East. They ain't about to do
They
nothing in
got
the
a
East,
chance to
man.
do something.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
this.
yeah. Not
They ain't about to
I
do
mean,
nothing in the East,
are they
man.
going? Are you
Just
guys going to move Cole
slow
Anthony?
down.
Move Cole Anthony?
No, they got to move Fultz.
no,
Oh,
no,
you gonna move Cole
No,
no,
Anthony?
no,
Anthony. They got to move
no.
Anthony. He's
They
Yeah,
right.
gonna move
They got to
Anthony,
move
I would
Anthony.
very
right?
much rather give away Cole Anthony than Fultz. Like you don't know what
That's
Fultz was
right.
doing
They
when he
only
Because
came back
using
off
you.
that
don't
They
know if
injury.
this
only
guy
use.
gonna last.
Look,
I
you
don't
don't know
know.
what he was doing when he came off that injury on minute
That's
restriction.
right.
I remember that. I remember he did play better. I remember.
So
Yeah, they
He
look,
gonna move
looked
Cole Anthony.
good.
this
That's
year
the
is
best he ever looked. He
this
never
year is
looked. He
gonna
never
be
looked
his year.
remotely close.
Yeah, this year is gonna be his year where there's no excuses. You're off minute restriction. You're healthy. You're fully healthy. Everything's held up. The ball is gonna be in your hands. You the top PG on the team. You feel
Yeah,
me?
y'all gonna have a big team out there. Y'all forgetting all about Wendell Carter.
Oh
I
no, we
mean,
didn't forget about him. That's our starter
Hell,
center.
why you want to bring
yeah,
him up? Like, because he left the
no,
Bulls or shit?
no.
I
I
ain't
mean,
forget
I know.
about him.
I mean, he's a good player.
Yeah, he
That's
averaged
what I'm just
15
saying.
last year for us.
Yeah,
Every
he
time he
basically
comes
was
to play
known for
against us,
boots, right?
he try to wear our ass out. He wore out Boots last year, two
Yeah, he's
times.
got
Uh-huh.
new roots. Yeah, he's got new. Yeah, he's much more aggressive than roots.
Yeah,
Yep.
everybody wear a
Well,
Vooch.
he played with a vendetta against the Bulls since we got rid of him. You know that. So.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
I
Y'all
mean,
gave
I
away
had to
for
do what I had
Vooch.
to do. Boots is more talented than him.
Yeah, yeah. He's
But
all
dude is,
around better
but yeah,
scorer.
yeah, dude is just he's really what y'all need.
Yeah, big
Y'all
body.
need Wendell to
Hmm.
block some shots, dunk on some people, that aggressive big man. But he wasn't showing that in Chicago. So, you know.
Well, he's not really a center. He's a four. Now, if he played next side of a dominant center like MB, oh, he'd be cold motherfucking blooded. If he
Mhm.
played next to Vooch, he'd be cold blooded. But he ain't really never had that dominant center because his better spot is, I'm telling you, is as a four guy. I'm telling
Well, for us, he's not gonna fit at the four because we got so much. Like me, my starting lineup. I'm telling y'all, my starting lineup would be, Markel at PG, running the floor, playmaking. I would have Jalen Suggs at shooting guard.
you. You like him?
Uh,
Shout out Jalen Suggs.
yeah, he didn't have a good rookie year, but same thing with Lonzo,
Big
same
church
thing with
nephew.
lots of other,
Yeah.
yeah, same thing
What
with
do you
lots of
average?
other players.
What did he average? What did he average?
I
Would you
think he
know?
averaged like
We gotta
7 points.
get Big
Okay.
Church in
All
there
right.
for the
Okay.
Orlando season
Go ahead.
preview.
I'm sorry. Go ahead and continue. Go
Keep
ahead. Use
going.
on the 2 guards and use naming your starting lineup. Did we lose him?
I'm not sure. Let me see.
I
All
can
right,
hear.
No, he's
all right.
there.
So yeah, y'all can hear me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah, okay.
Shout out Terry in the
All
chat.
right, so PG Markel, shooting guard Jalen Suggs. Small forward, I'll do Franz Wagner just because he's 6'10" and he dribbles like a point guard and he was just hooping in that what's that league that
Crossover.
everybody that you're like Giannis,
Great.
Rudy, and all them was playing in.
FIBA. Yeah, he wasn't. It was
Yeah,
in the
Yeah,
FIBA.
and some international shit.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
Franz was hooping in FIBA this year. He was going crazy. I'll have him
Great
at small
position
forward.
for a mismatch. Go ahead.
I have him at small forward,
Small
6'10",
forward.
He's a hooper. Now power forward, I'm gonna have to put Paulo there. And this is why I'm kind of glad we got Paulo too, because he was the most NBA built ready coming into the league. He doesn't have to grow into, what some people would call a man body. You know what I'm saying? He already has that. He was 250, 6'10", pure muscle.
Y'all picked the right guy, man.
So we'll put him at power forward because he can
Yeah,
handle, you know what I'm saying,
that's a
power
solid
forward.
pickup. Yeah, solid pickup.
And he could dribble, shoot. Mind you, he's a natural scorer. He averaged 17 at Duke with so much other top recruits. You feel me? So, Paulo
What
definitely
about
at
his
power
defense?
forward.
What about his defense?
Defense, that's the thing. That's why I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because, he's not really known as a defender. He can play defense,
He's long.
but
He's long, isn't he?
it's his weight that make him look like he's not, long with like
What's
no long
you don't?
span.
So you don't know his wingspan?
Let me look it up.
Yeah, because that means a lot. Because he can be taught. Well, if he move his feet right, he can learn how to be a Giannis. Because that boy is ready. Flight, you still on?
I can hear you, Marvin.
That,
Y'all can hear me?
yeah, go
Yep.
ahead.
Oh, yeah. He has a 7'1" wingspan. So yeah,
That ain't
the
bad.
only thing about him, the only reason why I would put him at power forward instead of small forward is because he's kind of slow when it comes to like blow bys and things like that. So definitely him going against power forwards though, he'll probably be able to, use his speed, the little speed he got, things like that. We just want to see how it works. Now center, that's a little tricky because
Mhm.
obviously we're gonna have Wendell Carter Jr., but when Jonathan Isaac come back, he's not gonna play center because he's
Right.
6'9". I don't know if y'all would put him at center at 6'9". But I just wonder, what I'm saying, when he's fully healthy and when he comes back off minute restriction, whose spot is he taking in the starting lineup?
Is Mo
Now
Bamba starting?
nah, he didn't start last year, if I'm not mistaken. He probably did at power forward, but not at the center position.
Wendell Carter's gonna play, so you got to
Oh
put
yeah,
him
Wendell
somewhere.
Carter. Yeah, Wendell Carter was a starter last year for the center position. So I just,
Oh, did he start at center? He started at center.
yeah, he averaged 15 for us. He was good
How many rebounds? 9.
around there.
At his size, that's great. It ain't just good. That's great. He hold his own down there. I can give him that. I did not want to let him go, but to get Vooch, it was the key component to the Bulls starting what they wanted to do. So I just had to deal with it. I always liked
I
Orlando though. Orlando always thought I felt like they had a whole lot of talent. Let me ask you this: how you like your coach?
Oh yeah, look, you can ask me. I love my coach. I feel like we got
What
the
was that,
best coach.
Jamal Mosley?
Yeah, I feel like we got the best coach for our young players. He's the type of coach that want to build a
I
relationship and a
seen him in
friendship with
person.
players. Yeah,
Okay, how
you know,
long has he been there? How long has he been there?
he been here for one season.
Okay, this is first season.
Yeah, so definitely now with the new, draft pick and all that, and a whole bunch of stuff, man, we gonna give him at least a year or two to see, what he can do with this team.
He, I mean, if
And
he's
he's
trying to build,
respected amongst his peers.
okay, but if he's trying to build a championship and you got trust in him, you got to give him his third year. The second year is going to be determining what you're really looking at. This year, okay, in your eyes, do you think this year is a trial and error a year, or are you guys trying to win as many games as you can? I know
I mean,
you
that's
do, but
oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
I mean
asking.
that's the goal, as a fan. But honestly, though, I feel like we're gonna have another season where we, a kind of a
Not
lottery
making the
team.
playoffs.
Yeah,
Need
pretty
to
much.
grow. Need to
Yeah,
grow.
pretty much. We're gonna be in the lottery again this year, most definitely.
You're not a playoff team yet, man. Y'all got a great
Yeah,
piece. Y'all need a piece or two to build with that dude Paolo, but y'all finally got a centerpiece. That's gonna be your guy. You get the ball to everybody get the hell out the way. He about to
Damn
operate.
right.
Y'all finally got that guy. The New York Knicks don't. Well, we might have it in RJ. Right?
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
Sorry
Do
to
I
put
need
my
to play
paws
Oh,
on.
music?
here we go, Dex. Here we
Right.
go.
Yeah,
hey,
No,
he
because
interjected the New York
no,
Knicks
I'm
from
sorry,
Orlando.
because I love those slashers. A guy like Paolo, them dudes that could shoot, attack the basket. There's multi-level scorers. He's gonna
hey,
be one of
Flight,
those guys. And I wish we had something like that. That's all.
hey,
What
Flight. I
happened?
hear a lot of people saying, compare him to Carmelo. How you feel about that?
Let's pump the brakes. Pump the
Who?
brakes.
Montero?
Let's
Yeah,
pump the brakes. Let's
yeah,
pump the
like
brakes.
scoring wise.
I hadn't
Yeah,
really
we gonna
seen. I
pump the
haven't watched
brakes.
much of him. I seen him when he played in the summer league,
We
Shout
gonna
out to
and
pump the
he
brakes,
Jessica
but I
dunked.
can
pulling
only
up on these
hope.
flight streets.
Let's slow down now.
Oh man, that
I
boy
mean, but you
Flight was
guys
about
got a
to take
young
me off
team.
the
That's
line.
a young. That's a young up and coming team. They beat a lot of good teams last year. They can
Oh yeah,
play.
they did. It's just, it's just at the and look. The thing about us is we are so stacked that each and every position is crazy. The center position we're stacked. The point guard position we're stacked. The only position that we don't aren't stacked on is small forward and like the wing and junk like that. But center we got like 3 or 4 centers that we need to figure out what we're gonna do with them. Who's gonna start?
That's
Who's not gonna start?
yeah. That's why I see. That's why I see a small problem. Because if you're gonna use Window there all the time, he's undersized. So I'm
Yeah,
just
he's six
thinking,
foot
what are
nine.
you doing? Yeah, he's undersized. So,
Yeah, so if that's the case, we might as well just start Jonathan Isaac at
Mo,
center too at 6'9" because he was an all
you got
NBA
to
defensive
start
player.
Mo. You got to start Mo.
We can use Mo, trust me. And that's why when he tried to go to the Bulls last year, truth is, he really tried to go to the Bulls last year. I believe, well, for some reports that I heard, and they just wasn't paying him. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be mad if we would have picked him up too. You got to think about it. The thing about I just forgot his name already. Oh, Mo
Mm,
Bamba. The thing about Mo
yeah,
Bamba, man, is he spaces out the floor. He's the only big man on our team that can really shoot at a consistent rate. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's such a valuable player. Now, do I think that he can be a superstar player? No.
no,
Now,
you don't need that. You don't need that. You got younger players you're trying to develop around him. Question: what did he average rebound wise, and how many minutes a game did he play? Do you know? Because that
I would
determines if
search
he
it
can
up.
be a starter.
I would
Yeah.
search it up on my phone, but every time I go and try to search it up, it'd be like the audio be glitching out. I
Anybody
don't
in the
know.
chat can help find that out.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know if y'all can hear it on y'all end, so I'm just trying to make sure.
Well, Dex, can you get that? Because
No, you good.
Me and Dex has had plenty of talks about Mo Bamba because he wanted him to come to Chicago, and
All right.
I felt he was decent to come to Chicago, but the contract was going to put us in kind of funny ways. But I hadn't looked up his minutes and scoring. because that can determine a lot on if he becomes a starter. Because if he's not scoring a lot in so many minutes, or if he's rebounding a lot, then it can help and it can hurt. But I think you guys need the size, is why I'm mentioning Mo. That's the reason I'm mentioning him. But Franz is 6'10", though, right?
So who? Franz Wagner?
Yeah, he's 6'10", I do believe.
I'm not sure, but I'll look it up right now. Franz Wagner.
Dex,
This guy is Franz Wagner is 6'10". He averaged 15 points per game. He shot 46. Franz Wagner 35% from three.
You said what?
Hard, coming in hard.
You straight?
Yeah, I told y'all
I
that's
think
what be
that's
happening.
foreign, Mike. Yeah, that was foreign,
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah. That's what be trying to happen. I be trying to search it up. My fault, bro. How you gonna do that, Dobo? Yeah, that's
No,
me.
you
But
good.
yeah,
That's why I
no,
asked Dex. Dex.
yeah,
That's
no.
why I
I'm
asked.
just saying that for the I'm just saying that for the audience. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, Mo Bamba. Look, somebody look up France stats. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. He's gonna be.
France was okay. It was his brother. He didn't really do much.
But
Most definitely.
they're not looking for much from him though.
Yeah,
Dex.
Mo
They might.
didn't really do much.
Is he being held back because of his brother?
No, I mean he already been in the league. He's just been a
Yeah.
journeyman, and they united him with his brother, which he's
That's
supposed
what
to
I'm
do.
saying.
That's good
Yeah.
for the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
Hornets need to do the same thing.
And his brother didn't look too bad last year too. He had a couple of times where it was like, okay.
Oh, they got
Yeah,
he had
one good season in Detroit. I think that's where he came from, right? Because he got traded off the Lakers, and I think he went to Detroit, and he had a pretty good. I think he had a pretty good season in Detroit. That what got him over there with his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was
mean,
Detroit.
they beat some good teams last year. I mean, I'm looking up their numbers now, but I always like Orlando. I just felt like I really couldn't pinpoint. I always felt like they needed a dominant big man to go on the side of Wendell Carter, and then let the young guy.
But Wendell
develop.
Carter is sometime. We all know that he's sometime.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, he got to be mad at you in order for him to really explode and show his potential. If he ain't mad, he's just gonna cruise through the game.
Kind of like another player I'm thinking of. His name starts with an L, Lonzo Ball. And every go against Pelicans and Lakers, that's when you see the Lonzo that we all know.
Revenge games. Yeah.
Then whenever it don't be no, you know what I'm saying?
He just cruise, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of players are like that though, because it's like, y'all really gonna trade me? Okay, now I'm gonna show y'all. And then after they let out all their talent and all their energy in that one game, they're gonna be chilling for the next 2, 3, 4 games.
Right. I did. Yeah. I got my get back. So y'all go ahead and do y'all thing.
I'm gonna let y'all feel sad about trading me. I'm gonna show y'all what I could have been doing. You feel me? Just straight like that. I know I'll do that. Y'all gonna trade me? I know I'm a bum, but nigga, when I play against y'all gonna see a whole nother
I'm gonna put up a triple double. A 20-piece triple double.
That's the same thing gonna happen as soon as the Knicks trade Randall. He gonna be coming back 10 days. I'm telling you what,
he gonna be mad as hell.
He gonna light their ass up.
Fight gonna be like, why do we trade him? Why do we trade him? This is madness. After he been saying we need to get him out.
I've been told him that. I wouldn't get rid of Randall for nothing in the world. He's gonna come back and try to kill that city.
I don't know about nothing in the world, but
yeah,
I understand where you're coming from.
Well, I mean, not nothing in the world. I'm sorry for saying it that way, but I wouldn't give him away. Is what I'm saying. I
ain't
just
LeBron James now.
Yeah.
Man, I'm looking at Cole Anthony's stats. Now we talking all this noise. Cole Anthony averaged 16 points a game last year, 5 rebounds and 5 assists. He ain't going to nobody's bench.
Look, and let me tell you though, the thing about Cole Anthony is he had the ball in his hands the whole year. Any person is gonna be able to do that when it's just them with the ball in their hands.
But 16
gonna have his ass up in Philly.
I didn't know this. Listen, guys, this boy averaged 16 points. Let me look at his. How long he been in the league? 3 years.
Oh, it ain't like what you think. I watched Cole Anthony. It ain't like what you think.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
listen, these guys get paid by their numbers, Dex. You know that. Now you're averaging 16
His
points,
ass gonna be up
5
in Philly
rebounds, and
playing
5 assists.
backup to Tyrese Maxey.
And this is third year coming up.
Well, look, I'll tell you this.
That ain't
So,
bad, is what I'm saying.
yeah. I hope a lot of teams don't think it's bad, so
The
they can
Knicks
throw
didn't
us.
want him.
You damn right. Y'all gonna
He's
get
from
something
New
for him.
York. He's a Queens baby, and the Knicks didn't even want him. They didn't inquire about his skills.
I wouldn't want him either after that dunk contest.
You
Nigga
ain't lying.
doing
You
all that
showed me
dancing.
right about that,
He
Dex.
came out with Timberlands.
Doing all that dancing with Tim, showboating, and then as soon as it was time to get the dunking, man, I don't even want to think of that dunk contest. That was,
Damn, Dex, you made me think when you said that. The Knicks didn't even acquire for his services. And they could have used him for a whole
Yep.
lot cheaper.
yeah, they
A
could
whole
have.
lot cheaper.
And he got a backstory because of his daddy.
You ain't lying.
Mm-hmm.
Hard. And hold up. I just want all y'all to hear this again. He averaged 16.3 points a game, 5.4 rebounds, and 5 assists. Y'all know what Jalen Brunson averaged, don't you?
But see, look though, there's a difference though. There is most definitely a difference. Jalen Brunson was playing behind
What the
Luka
name?
Doncic.
Yeah,
He was
Okay,
get
playing
him,
so
behind
get him,
Luka
get him
Doncic
for him.
and all these
I
other
just want to
players,
know.
and Spencer Dinwiddie.
He's telling you.
Mind you, Luka Doncic is literally, ball dominant. He has the ball in his hands, and he's still average to, what I'm saying, them points. Now imagine when it's him being the number one guard on that team with the ball in his hands. We must definitely.
No. I'm not looking for him to be that. He averaging 5 assists. This was on a bad team. You got to go that route of it too. He averaged 16 points because he had to hit his shots because they youngsters were missing there. But he still averaged almost 6 assists, 5.7.
I'm riding with foreign on this. I'm quite sure he
But
saw a whole
look though.
lot of Orlando
I thought that
I'm
you
basketball.
not
brought.
saying y'all that. I'm just
I
saying
thought that
he
you
gonna
brought up
he gonna
Jalen.
get y'all something in return.
Yeah, no, I thought
Shit.
you brought up Jalen Brunson, pretty much saying like he's getting paid all that much and he's averaging the same exact numbers as Cole
I'm just
Anthony.
comparing his numbers.
Yeah, and I'm saying those are two
I
completely
think Jalen
different
averaged.
numbers.
I know it. I know this is
In two
excused
different
because of
situations.
Uh-huh.
okay, I understand that, but you putting them both in the same situation to go into New York. They need to be kind of the running of the
Heck,
gun.
Marvin.
Bro,
I just
Jalen Brunson
I'm finna
is gonna
press play.
average no doubt under
Keep
20.
that up.
He's not gonna average no doubt under 25 next year. I'm labeling, I'm stamping it.
he's what?
He's not averaging under 20, I'll say under 24. My guess,
24?
yes, my guess he's averaging at least 24 next year.
Who?
20 and
Brunson?
up. Yes.
Brunson?
That's how much
Wow.
confidence I got in him. He deserved that money. I'm telling you.
I like
Y'all
Brunson
gonna
too, but
see.
I don't know about no 24 game.
Y'all gonna see, man. That's a lot of thing though. That's the thing though. See, a lot of people like Knicks fans, like Flight. If I'm Flight, I'm excited. Only nigga I'm not excited for on that team is Julius Randle. Y'all gotta find some type of way to get that contract and like, come on now, he finesse y'all. Now Jalen Brunson though, me personally though, I
I'm
feel like,
sold on Brunson. I like him. I like
yeah,
Brunson.
I feel like Jalen Brunson is gonna be that, I'm not
I
gonna
don't
say
know
he's
if
gonna take you
Randall
out to the next
finessed him.
level.
I wouldn't go that far.
Man, look,
Well, I mean, he's gonna be decent. I ain't gonna say gonna do. I don't think he's scoring no 24 points a game not on the Knicks. No way. He ain't gonna get that many shots.
who gonna take them shots away from him besides RJ Barrett?
Julius Randle.
Man, nah, they
You know
paid
that.
him
You
that
already
money,
know
brought him
that.
over there for a reason. They want him with the ball in their hands, and they gonna let him control the narrative and control the pace of
But they
the
wanted
game.
more running point guard, meaning they want a lot of assists out of him, which means the other players are going to score the more points. Now he's going to get his, but I don't see him at 24 with them because he's not even the number one option.
Yeah, RJ. Okay, look, RJ gonna be the number one option, but just know
More
when
than likely. More
just
than
know.
likely.
Look though, just know when he can't get that bucket, the ball gonna straight to Brunson. He gonna get that bucket. I'm telling y'all. I'm
But
telling y'all.
24,
So you saying
I
Bronson's
think
gonna
24
deliver?
is. I think
Brunson gonna
24 is.
deliver when it's needed. That's why they brought him over there. A lot of people like, oh, they overpaid him. No, do y'all not understand? He can score. That little nigga is fast. He's stocky. He's fast, and he can score. And did you see his field goal percentage in the what
Yeah, I
was it?
seen it. Yeah, I seen
Yeah,
it.
He's consistent, bro.
He's a hell of a field goal percentage. Now he shoots from the field, one of the top in his position. He does a lot of things well. I always said I liked him going to the Knicks, and then a lot of Knicks fans were talking about they too much money. They had to start somewhere, and you need a point guard. He was perfect.
Let this be our look. If he don't do nothing, then boom. I'm not gonna be like, oh, Knicks, this and that. Cause look, man, I'm sold on Jalen Brunson, and if he don't deliver, I mean, it is what it is, you know. But I just feel like, you know, he's gonna deliver, man, for real, for
So
real.
you Orlando Magic, New York Knicks fan?
Hell no.
All right, so
Look,
well,
I'm gonna keep it on. You said what?
Go ahead. So which
Nah,
fan
look.
are you?
Look, even though, just because I support a player, Lonzo the only player I support, which I call, you know, the Bulls is one of my favorite teams. Other than that, though, I can support Jalen Brunson. I don't care about the Knicks. I just want to see him do good. You know what I'm saying? If he averaged 30 points and the Knicks is the last seed in the league, I'll still be excited. Let's go, Jalen.
You think Jalen can average 30? You think Jalen can average 30 points in this league?
I said if. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not saying he will. Now that's too far.
You predicted 24 next year, so
yeah, because I feel like he can score. Like I feel like, you know what I'm saying, he can actually score, and I feel like he's gonna have the ball in his hands. See, now it depends on if they tell RJ Barrett, you know what I'm saying, this is your team, you will do, you know what I'm saying, do what you got to do, and then they don't play Jalen like they supposed to, then yeah, that's different.
Oh, Jalen.
I doubt if they do that to RJ Barrett. They ain't gonna bury. They're not gonna bury him like that. They're not gonna give him no team. The man can barely keep his eyes open.
Who, RJ?
Yep.
Hey,
you riding RJ like that? What you talking about, Dex? That's cold blooded. RJ ain't bad.
Yeah, he's not bad to me.
No, he's not a bad player. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but they're not gonna give him the Knicks. He's not finna. His game don't even qualify himself to be the face of a franchise.
See, I'm sitting here in the kitchen getting whipping something to eat, and Dex running rampant. Number one, RJ.
I'm already eating, flight. I'm already eating.
I know. I'm here. I'm cutting up some
He's
salad.
Talking about RJ. He's talking about RJ, flight.
I'm over here getting the lettuce together, and this guy Dex running. We're going.
I'm glad to hear Flight is eating the salad.
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear you eating the salad, Flight.
Spicy chicken salad.
Make sure you put a lot of green in there.
Yeah.
Dex, since you're insisting that RJ ain't the face of the franchise, who is?
That's where I'm getting that from him.
Man,
it's going to take a year.
They expect more from Jalen than they do for. Okay, well, you can say that too, but they expecting more from Jalen Brunson than they are from RJ Barrett.
Trust me. I don't believe it.
I can get at that.
No, I don't think so.
RJ got to step up and be the. Let me tell you something. It's not just RJ, y'all.
They put this team RJ's name. This is RJ's season. He needs to raise his average. Brunson needs to make him raise his average, which means less pressure on Brunson. More, not necessarily pressure anywhere. I wouldn't
Brunson
say
ain't finna babysit that boy.
Brunson, he's a team player. He's a team player. He likes to pass the ball. He's kind of like Lonzo in a sense.
His dad is a coach on the team. He ain't finna babysit no damn RJ Barrett. Are you kidding me?
Well, he ain't just fresh coming to New York think he running shit either, Dex. So
his daddy there.
Yeah, facts. That's the only reason why. Look, his dad there. He came over.
Listen, you gonna whoever's playing the best is gonna run the shit.
Dex just trolling, man.
No, I'm not.
Nah, look.
Listen, yeah, go ahead, Foreign. Go ahead.
No. I'm just seeing if he trolling for real.
Because listen, that man is so deep. Jalen Brunson is so deep in the Knicks organization. There's no way they finna put that guy on a back burner. No way.
Dex, if you don't get Donovan Mitchell because of RJ Barrett better do something this year. Real simple.
Well, it's not just RJ Barrett. It's everybody. It's RJ Barrett, Quickly, Obi. They all going to step up. It's not just going to be an RJ.
And it started with Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Quentin Grimes, he had a good summer league, and out of nowhere, he became untouchable. That dude got high pressure, too.
Quentin Grimes. You kidding me?
I'm not saying he's the best thing ever, but I'm just saying he got high pressure because the Knicks are like, damn, that labeled him as untouchable.
Jalen Brunson.
But hold on,
RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, and whoever else they throw in there.
Listen to this, guys. Hold on.
Memphis
Listen to this,
out.
guys. Listen to this. Now, I know what you were saying about Jalen Brunson, and I know what you were saying about him playing next to Luka. These are Brunson's numbers. He just got this contract. 16.3, which is less than Cole Anthony's. 3.9 rebounds, which is less
Marvin,
than
you're
Cole.
off. You're
No,
off.
I'm
You
just
can't compare
saying.
the two.
Yes,
You
I
can't compare
can.
the two because
Yes, I can.
he did. Listen, Marvin, he did that. Jalen Brunson. Speaking of Jalen Brunson, he did that under the regime of Luca. Follow what I'm saying?
Okay,
And that system was
I know
Luca.
you're gonna say that. I know you're gonna say that.
Anthony
All I'm
Cole
telling you,
Anthony had no system. Just dribble
well,
and score.
Mhm.
it's not just that. All I'm telling you is that it ain't too much difference if you're gonna look. When Cole
It's
Anthony
a
leaves,
lot of
then
difference. That's
you'll
not
see his
true.
wealth.
Okay, then if it's not too much difference, then why they ain't extend Cole Anthony yet?
Shit, hell no, they ain't gonna do that.
Okay, then it's a big
They got
difference.
a lot. They got a lot of guards though. They're gonna have to make a decision.
Uh-huh.
They ain't trying to move him. I'm
That's
just
why
telling
he's
you. When he goes somewhere else, I think he's gonna shine. I think he's gonna
and
shine.
that's why if we trade a point guard, he's gonna be the first one out of here.
Yeah, and you
You
can get
low on
something back
Cole.
from him too.
You don't like Cole Anthony, I see.
No, I
No,
don't. It ain't that I dislike him.
He
It
don't fit
ain't
the time.
matter of fact. While we on the topic,
Why you don't fit the timeline? They're the same age.
yeah.
These dudes young.
No, look. While we on the topic, let's tell y'all what's really going on. We getting Jordan
What's
Poole
really
next
going on?
year.
Oh
Let's
hell
just
no.
keep it 100. Jordan Poole
Oh
coming with
hell.
us next year.
Oh,
Why you
next
so
year. Oh,
confident?
next year.
Yeah,
What
next
makes
year
you
when
so?
he a free agent, when he restricted free agent.
Why,
Why you
why
so
you believe
confident?
that?
Who coming?
You on
Jordan Poole. And look, let me
He
tell
coming?
you why, bro.
Orlando?
Hell yeah, we got the bro. We can give him that bag. Everything that he needs is here. A team. He can be the star point guard alongside Markel. You feel me? He got a young, talented team. He fits in the timeline. Him and Paulo, the dynamic duo, the face of the Orlando Magic. I'm telling you.
Wow, foreign done opened up.
You don't think you
Yo,
need size? You don't think you need size?
they all got a dream.
We got size. We got so much size already.
But is it productive size?
You said what?
Is it productive size?
It's gonna be productive.
Pause.
Yeah, pause, man. But look, though, all I'm saying is, man, forget the guard height. We got so much. We gonna have pretty much everybody on that court is gonna be 6'10" and over. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
y'all gonna look like Cleveland?
yeah, we
Wait
gonna
a
look
minute.
like Cleveland.
Yo, Cleveland gonna be nasty.
Well,
What
yeah.
kind of
Cleveland
guard?
was 7
Okay,
foot.
what's
That
your
shit ain't gonna make no sense what they doing out there.
what's your size of your guards?
Okay, so Jordan Poole do come here. Markel 6'3", and Jordan Poole 6'3" or 6'4". That's not too
Okay,
short for guards.
that's decent.
You know.
Okay.
And all I'm saying is because I've been seeing pictures of Jordan Poole and, Paulo in the gym training together and all that. And I just feel
Oh
like,
my God. Let me start this music.
and I just feel like, when
Yeah, you
when
gonna
you in
need
the
to,
gym
Dick.
with each other, you get to talking. Damn,
Big
bro,
dream.
I'm about to be a free agent next year. Oh man, come down here. I can definitely get you to pay you that money. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Well, at least
I
with the
might be sounding
Knicks.
crazy, but we gonna see, man.
At least with the Knicks, the dream and it sound a little better. With the Knicks, we dream better than you. Because we the Knicks. You in Orlando, man. Ain't none of that shit happening.
It's called the Orlando Magic for a reason. It's called
That's
Orlando
cold.
Magic for a reason, man.
Come on,
Where
man.
dreams come true. The
You know what
land
I'm
of the
saying?
Disney World, man. We gonna see though.
Well, at least we be talking Zion. You worried about Jordan Poole. You dreaming for Jordan Poole. Now that's just downright sad.
You said what?
That's
That disrespectful fight.
We got big
That's gonna be
dreams.
their
Now, keep the
big
music on. I like
off-season
that music.
acquisition, Jordan Poole.
Yeah, this nigga think about Jordan Poole. We talking about Donovan Mitchell, man. We just coming off Donovan Mitchell. We was really dreaming.
Look, man. Crazy thing is, I really thought y'all was getting Donovan Mitchell. Like,
Hey,
I ain't gonna lie. I thought y'all was getting him too. I'm not gonna lie. I really did.
All right, I got a
Definitely,
question for
definitely.
you. Do you think they should have made that trade?
No, because it wouldn't work. Now you really got two short guards. You got 6 foot and 6'1". You feel what I'm saying? And then on top of that, y'all really, I'm not too sure Flight, y'all, in your opinion, you think y'all got like good defense enough to have 2 short guards?
I don't know.
You think that your front court would be able to hold them up?
I don't know. I mean, I would have took it because I mean that's talent. You can
Right.
ask Cleveland that shit. Ask
Listen. The
Cleveland.
reason
Do
I'm
they
the
give a
reason I'm
fuck?
saying, and everybody who deny the fact that the Knicks shouldn't have made that trade is this: you ain't had a Donovan Mitchell in years in New York. You
Yeah,
need
but
it.
he a
You gonna
sucker though.
start.
He a
You got to
sucker though
start
because
somewhere.
he didn't fight for New York. That's why we didn't get him. See, if he
Yeah,
would have
but
been more
you
vocal,
got to fight for
he
him
can
if you
help us.
want.
No, he
You
got to
got to
help
fight for
us.
him if you want it.
I can fight for New York neither. When I could go to Cleveland and play with.
See, that was
Cleveland don't
that.
understand that.
See, deep down, him. Let me tell you something. See, after the trade happened, you found out him and dude was working together like in those little fucking leagues or whatever. They played together this summer.
They were scheming.
Yes, there you go. So the whole time with the Knicks, this guy was fighting to get to Cleveland. Acting like he didn't give a damn where he was going. I mean, so that's why the Knicks ain't get him. He didn't help us.
Yeah.
He's supposed to help us out. Like, okay, tell them, hey man, I just want to go to New York, and that way it get done. It's easier. They was trying to rob us.
Say, Flight. Oh, no,
So,
go ahead. Go ahead.
No. You cool.
No, I was gonna change the subject. Go ahead. I'll tell Flight in a minute. Go ahead.
I was saying though, the thing about the Knicks is though, don't y'all got a potential star point guard in Emmanuel quickly?
well, I don't know if he's a star, but I mean, he's definitely a good player. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that's a guy to look out for. He's another guy that was going to be put in that trade. They kept him. So let's see what happens. When he was good. Let these guys develop, man. When the last time the Knicks had talent? It's like your team. Imagine if LeBron or whatever the hell. This is what kind of shit happens. The reason why you're not affected because you got a wealth of talent. It's because your team is in Orlando. So the Knicks, they can't develop their young core because they trying to get a superstar. Superstars might want to come to New York, and it's time to trade everybody. Like, look what happened to Brooklyn. They was building a little young nucleus there with Karis LeVert and some people. What happened? Kyrie, Kevin Durant, they fucked all that up. They came to Brooklyn and said, "Nah, we're gonna get y'all up out of here."
Flight,
And like,
you don't believe,
what's up? Yeah, young people gonna be able to develop. Go ahead.
Flight, you don't believe sometimes the Knicks overvalue their young players?
I don't know. Imagine if Kevin Durant came to your team, Orlando, and then out of nowhere they trying to trade Banchero for something else. Like that. That's the kind of shit that goes on. But you in Orlando, so you don't do. That's the shit that go on with the Lakers. The Lakers had a hell of a young core if they could have let that develop, but they just didn't let it develop.
Well,
It was gonna take some time. It was gonna take some time, though.
Their whole history is winning now, so it just didn't
I
make
know
sense.
that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, they wasn't gonna wait. They never built a team, a young core of their picks. Everybody was traded there because that's a big cities. It's different.
Yeah.
That's something nobody really talks about. I think I'm gonna be one of the first people. I think I started highlighting the difference between the big
Flight,
markets and
that's
the
not
smaller
true,
markets.
Flight.
I'm
That's
not.
not true. Unless
No.
I misunderstood you. Are you talking about the annals of Laker history, or are you just talking about in recent Laker history?
About recent Laker history, because
Okay.
they did with Magic. You want to say that they did draft those guys? Well, they didn't draft. They didn't draft Kareem. Did they? That he got drafted by Milwaukee.
They didn't draft him yet.
Yeah, so you're right. Recent Laker teams, even the Kobe's, like they traded people, for them chips.
Right, to get Gasol, exactly.
Yeah, Gasol was the guy.
Even with Shaq, remember Shaq was an off-season acquisition.
Yeah. So they made moves. So it's a lot of that is going on now. LeBron definitely changed the game now. Ain't nobody trying to stay with their original team.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not happening no more.
Yeah, that's gonna be the new norm. People just gonna be moving.
If they're not winning, especially if they're not winning.
Yeah.
So you saying Golden State is the last of the Mohicans?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. The only reason why they are in touch because they winning so much. Like dudes. Curry don't strike me as a guy that's gonna ever leave. But
yeah, Curry had that 1 year. He had that 1 year, or he was gonna be out of there too.
Yeah,
he gave his ass 1 year, and he turned his whole career around.
Yeah, they would have never traded Curry. Come on, let's be real.
They traded Monte Ellis.
Yeah, Monte, that's the caliber.
He was an all-star.
That would have been crazy if they would have drafted LaMelo Ball and then thought about it.
They could have, man. They could have drafted LaMelo.
No, they didn't.
I know. But look though, if they dropped the LaMelo though, you feel what I'm saying? Like they didn't need another point guard. That's what I'm trying to,
Yeah.
But
You're right, man.
Curry is not an orthodox point guard. You know what I'm saying? He's more of an unorthodox point guard because he shoots so well. And hell, he shoot better than the shooting guard. Shit.
He shoot better. He shoot better than all of them. Is he the best shooter? Is he really the best shooter in the history of the game? Or y'all don't know about that?
Nah, bro.
Who shoot better than him? I mean, think about it.
In the history.
In the history, I mean, if you go back and look at a lot of old clips, ain't nobody shooting that like Curry.
Yeah.
Not substantially, you know what I mean? Few guys might have a run, might have a run in there in the season, but Curry been doing it for years. Because see, what makes Curry such an elite shooter, he don't have to have his foot set. All he got to do is get the ball and put it up, no matter where his body angle is. Geometry doesn't even apply to Curry.
You're right about that. Oh, man. Jeez. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, me personally though, I feel like if the Hornets would have drafted LaMelo though, it would have most definitely been a sight to see. Now look though, we don't know if LaMelo would have got drafted there and would have been putting up the numbers that he's been putting up in Charlotte. We don't know all that.
Maybe because remember Klay Thompson was out, so he had a whole year without Klay Thompson.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson was injured that whole year, and he just came back last year. And people not really talking about Klay Thompson. He actually came back pretty good. I think he averaged like 22, 20-something this year, coming back off an injury.
Yeah, Klay Thompson did his thing.
And the thing about the Warriors is, bro, they got so much scores.
Sky, where do you hear anybody talking about an injured player? You done heard this conversation from the beginning, and we haven't even said Lonzo's name not once. But if you want us to say Lonzo's name, then we'll say it. Lonzo.
He probably talk about the title. That's probably what he probably.
Yeah, but no, Sky be listening, so he just want to come in and interject. That's all. we talking about Orlando Magic.
Hey
for
man,
the last 30 minutes.
He needs to remember.
We showing a lot of people. I want to say something. We showing a lot of people love too, man. No matter where you from, we all ball family fans, but we all over the world. And here at Flight Sports, we want to give everybody's team some sort of something. We don't want to leave nobody out. We want to rep your shit while we all represent.
No child left behind. Exactly.
Yeah, so Orlando, you see what's coming. We just put out something on Banchero. We looking to do a lot more. That's an exciting young team. We're gonna be looking at this season.
Yeah,
Sky, listen, Sky. I knew you was gonna ride me. Everybody, please pay attention to Sky right now.
I got a question. Who's gonna have a bet? Oh, you talking about the Cowboys, down?
Yeah, just because Jameis still got that lucky win, he was gonna ride me. I was watching that game too. And once I saw that Jameson won that game, I was like, Sky gonna get me.
Yeah, and if you seen that game, that was a pathetic game. But Sky, I was gonna ask you, Sky. I'm sorry, Flight. I was gonna ask you about your boys too, because I watched your last program at the end of that game.
They squeaked out a win. Shout out to
No, they didn't. They lost.
No, the Saints won.
No, I'm talking about
the Browns and the Panthers. The Panthers.
Yeah. Oh, Flight, yeah.
I mean,
Flight is a Browns fan. He's a Browns fan.
I'm a Browns fan. I was happy for
Oh, you just going. You was like Baker.
Yeah, I wanted Baker Mayfield to beat them. I was rooting for Baker. He almost pulled it out. That was a good game.
If Flight just had that damn stream up so damn long, that Cowboy stream.
Yeah, he sure did.
Flight, get that shit off the day. Cowboys Cowboys just sputtered. They only scored 3 points.
Dex, I got a question for you. Are they in trouble?
Flight did that on purpose. Yeah, they're in trouble.
Are they in trouble?
That guy gets surgery.
Are the Cowboys in trouble? Are the Cowboys in trouble?
With a capital Y, yes.
They're in trouble, guys. They don't have no skill players.
Yeah, Jessica, how you a Saint fan? Jessica, shame on you.
What happened? Isn't she from New Orleans?
Oh, Jessica switch teams
No,
every day.
man. That's a Georgia girl.
Now hold on now, just Sky and Jessica. You know New Orleans are getting their ass kicked yesterday too. They came back and won, took that.
Yeah, they got lucky.
And
Jameson
we
is
got,
good for
don't
one or
get me
two
wrong,
good games
y'all
throughout the
can talk
season.
about my Bears because I know they ain't worth a damn.
Oh
But we
no,
got
yeah. Let's move
But
on.
they
Let's
won.
move
The
on.
Bears won.
Yeah, they won yesterday.
we young, but we young. We ain't looking for nothing for them for 3 years. Every
Yeah,
game we win.
Justin Fields, he did that hell of a play, and they won the
Fields.
damn game.
Yeah, they gotta let
Listen,
that
the
boy develop.
NFC. Listen to this right here. The NFC East was undefeated until the Cowboys showed up. That
Ain't that
division
a
won
bitch?
every game Sunday, and then the Cowboys come and stank up the joint.
No, that's your team.
Man, I was so disappointed. I knew it. Like when I saw that all the teams won, the Giants squeaked out a win. Jalen Hurts did his thing,
Yep, Philly, man.
and the Commanders did their thing with Wentz. I was like, oh man, I know the Cowboys not gonna win.
Hey,
That's
Dak,
too many. Yes.
I ain't gonna lie. I was about to bring up Philly, man. That's the team I'm rocking with this year.
Oh
Yep.
hell. Oh
Yep.
hell.
And you got a good chance because Dak Prescott is out. He got to have surgery, and that's.
It's the
I mean,
shitty
you know,
division. It's the shitty division.
And look though, I'm just getting into NFL, so I don't
look
really
at
know too much
Sky
about.
just driving a needle in my back.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about the NFL and junk like that, though. You feel me? But my
I
whole
mean, you can learn it here.
that, so you know what I'm saying. I decided this summer before the season started. You feel me? I'm gonna go for the I'm gonna start rock with the Eagles. And the thing about the Eagles is, bro, we got a solid team. We picked up Jordan Davis. Y'all know about him, right? From Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We picked up Jordan Davis. We got Jalen Hurts, which he had a phenomenal game.
Yep.
Yesterday. That game was good,
Oh
nice
my
as hell.
God, the Big Nuts Giants. Oh my God, that was disgusting to see that. The
Yeah,
man
the
missed the
Giants
damn.
won too.
Oh my,
That's
Danny
fucked up.
Dimes.
They play the Panthers next. That's gonna be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Giants probably win that too.
And Philly got
Giants,
AJ Brown.
Panthers are down.
No, they good. They lost a heartbreaker, man. I ain't gonna front. Cleveland finally snuck out a win. They always lose the first game.
I know. Matter of fact, that's like that was the first opening day win in like 15 years or something.
Yeah.
And then they won on the road on top of that.
They supposed to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that food must be good.
Who,
I
me?
done chunk mine down. Yeah, I chunked mine down with a mint tea, with a mint lemon tea. Oh my God, I'm good.
Somebody said,
You know you're supposed to win a game when you take the lead with 104 left in the game. You kick a field goal and go ahead, and you lose it in regulation. You fucked up somewhere. They got a personal foul call and put
You talking about
New
the
Orleans
Panthers?
down the damn field.
Oh, the New Orleans. Yeah. What happened with the Falcons? I ain't gonna front because I ain't gonna lie to them.
Oh, the Falcons played the Saints. They had the game won, and they gave the game up at the end.
Yeah, my job.
And all I can think about is Sky.
Everything you think about any New Orleans team, you got to think of Sky, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, you know
what I'm saying? And they won, and my team lost.
Landry.
Oh my God.
They got Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
Who?
I like Jarvis. The Saints.
You know what?
No, Michael Thompson. He came back.
Thompson came back, was kicking ass. But did you see Jameis Winston quarterback rating? It looked like he played bad. He had 100 quarterback rating. 100.
Mariota.
Wait a minute. Somebody's kicking a 64-yard field goal?
Yo, it was a whole bunch of them.
Oh, the
Seattle beats the Broncos.
Wow. Hey, wait, so look. Yeah, they won. You know what's crazy though? Who is Seattle's?
Geno Smith.
Who's the Seattle's?
Did they just make they made the field goal?
Seattle beat. Oh man.
They beat the Broncos. People had high hopes for the Broncos. We're gonna see if they can bounce back.
Well, their
Yeah.
quarterback left Seattle.
Yeah, no, I heard the Broncos got a very nice team.
How
Yeah.
good is Geno Smith? Now everybody gonna be talking about this dude Geno. That's what I hate about football. When we do have one game, they start talking about
I
one
know,
dude.
yeah.
That's
Geno
best thing
Smith
ever.
got the shit slapped out of him when he was in the Jets. You know that,
That's what
right?
I'm saying. Yeah, but all week you might hear how
That dude
phenomenal
broke
this
his
dude
jaw,
is.
man.
You about
And
to
he
hear
ain't
how
been. I
great
don't
he
think he
is.
been in football since.
I remember that he was talking crazy. Nah, he was a backup. He been a backup forever.
No,
Hey,
he wasn't a
Dex,
backup for the Jets. He was a starter.
He was in Seattle, I think, for a while. That's not his first year in Seattle, I don't think.
No, I'm talking about Geno Smith.
Yeah, Geno Smith first year, but he been in
He
Seattle
was
for
a
a while.
Jets,
Yeah,
but
I
when he
remember
played
that.
with the Jets, he was a starter.
I
Dude
remember.
broke
yeah,
his
he
jaw.
was.
Remember, dude broke his jaw.
Yo, he got drafted by the Jets.
Yeah, and that dude ran up on him and broke his jaw because he was talking too slick. But you never heard from that guy again. I think he's out. He was out of the NFL. They cut his ass.
Yeah, he must have. He jumped.
How you gonna sock the starting quarterback in the mouth? He just stole on him. Boom! Cracked this whole shit.
So that he finished. You can't do nothing like that. I wonder why he did that. You think it was because
I
he
think
was
it was over a
black?
bet.
Oh,
Oh, no, definitely. You know he ain't finna swing on no white quarterback. Are you
yeah,
kidding
I
me?
was gonna say, yeah, well,
They
it's
probably would have hung
crazy.
him in the locker room.
I'm sorry, that shit just screams to me. Like I had to say that.
Yeah, most definitely he did. He swung because of that.
You don't do nothing like that.
If anybody was going to hit a quarterback, shit, nobody hit Mark Sanchez.
That is true. Mark Sanchez should have got his
But
ass
fumble
whooped.
Mark. Yeah, but
But he
fumble
actually
Mark
got far though.
Sanchez.
Yeah, but he actually did something. Geno Smith ain't did shit.
Dex, who the Cowboys play this week?
I don't know, man. I gave up.
Well, it's
Ain't
over.
that a bitch after one game?
Man, Dak is out, and Ezekiel Elliott can't run 3 yards.
Yeah, what they gonna
You
do
think
with
it?
what they gonna do with your coach? They gonna fire him?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. One game.
It's been a disaster with that
Dak
coach. Yo.
is out. What part of that you don't understand? Dak are out.
Man, listen, that ain't being a Cowboy fan. All right, so who you with now?
I'm not saying I'm not a Cowboy fan. I'm just not. I'm done for as far as like looking at the game for what? What is Cooper Rush going to do? Why is he still on the team?
He's gonna be quarterbacking.
Man, I saw Cooper Rush plenty of preseasons, and I ain't never seen nothing that impressed me.
Well, that hey. So you ain't gonna
That's
watch
the
the
only thing I'm
Cowboys game?
saying.
You're not gonna watch the
For
Cowboys game?
what? Listen, Marvin, I'm not a stickler for pain, okay?
You know you're gonna look for the score. You might as well watch.
I might look for the score. That's different. But watching it, that's going to be pathetic football.
When they
You see
start winning.
what happened with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? They
You
let an
pulling the
old man named
you-
Leonard Fournette run all over him.
Wait a minute.
Fournette.
I'm finna
Fournette
tell
is
something.
nice.
Are you putting an on live stream to date Marquez on this channel and telling us that you didn't twist it around from your team after one game?
Marvin,
Shut
I
up.
don't know what your hearing aid frequency gives you, but I ain't said nothing like that.
He just said he ain't gonna watch them because he already know they're gonna be losing. It ain't no reason.
Exactly.
So you
And
ain't
all I'm
gonna
going
watch.
to do is look over there at the scoreboard and see Dallas Cowboys 10 and the other team 44.
Have you ever been to Dallas, Dex?
Wow.
Say that again?
You ever been to Dallas?
Of course.
I know. You done been everywhere.
That's what I was about to say.
I had a nice little young chick live over there, man, in Arlington, right over there when they built the stadium. Yep, she was an accountant for the government, and she ended up getting a job, a big time promotion in Virginia, right? So she sold her crib right there when they was building the stadium, when they was building the AT&T stadium.
Yeah,
She was there, and I told her, don't sell. I said, don't sell, just keep it and just buy you another crib. But she sold it.
That area is popping. God, I never been there. I've been seeing it.
You got the baseball stadium right down the street. And
the baseball. Isn't it Six Flags?
yeah, for the Rangers. Huh? Yep,
Yeah,
Six Flags is right down the street from her house.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I won't say.
Six Flags right down the street from her house. So she sold her crib. I think at that time she got about like close to 500,000. Do you know them cribs over there now is about like 1 million 2, 1 million 7, 1 million 8?
But that costs money to live in Dallas.
And that no, she was in Arlington, where the stadium at. That's different. Dallas is different.
How far
This
is
is
Dallas
Arlington. This is suburbs.
How far is that from Dallas?
What about 12 miles?
20 minutes.
Yeah, especially with the traffic.
See, I'm right
It's
in the
right
middle
around the
of
loop.
it. I'm in Duncanville, right
Oh,
outside.
Duncanville. I know Duncanville. I know Duncanville.
Yeah, I'm right across
I know
the house.
Duncanville.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marvin, she sold her house. And I begged her. I said, don't sell it. Just keep it and move to Virginia.
That's right.
She sold that shit, man. I ain't fuck with her since.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, she done messed up her money. She could have been a millionaire.
Yeah, of course. Just keep the property. They're building a stadium. You're looking at them putting it up block by block, board by board. You're looking at it. You can see it from her house.
Oh,
No, I'm gonna. No, if you got a dude in Virginia, then just say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But why would you mess up wealth of a lifetime? I couldn't understand it, man. But she sold that thing. Then I see why, because she with a trainer that down there in Virginia.
Virginia, the home of the lovers. Yeah, Virginia is another city that's popping, but it ain't like Dallas.
Who the Cowboys got this coming week?
Dude, I don't know. Stop badgering me about them bum ass Cowboys.
Come on, man. You gotta live up to them every week.
I have no moral support for them right now.
That's a damn shame.
Listen,
that's crazy.
Cowboys is gonna be.
Yeah, that's cool. You hear this shit? You hear this?
Cowboys is gonna be an underdog for the rest of the season until Dak get back. And guess what? I'm betting the Cowboys never cover.
Wow.
I'm finna come up. You just don't know how much I'm gonna come up.
You finna come up on
Cowboys
your
ain't
loss.
finna cover.
Well, you a
The
cold
only
man.
team they might cover against is the Commanders, because you already know how that rivalry go.
I mean, who's the backup to the backup quarterback?
I don't go that far down on the depth charts, Marvin.
You need to know in case he get hurt.
What? I told you what I'm finna do. The Cowboys gonna be underdogs till Dak get back, and I'm betting the Cowboys never cover until Dak get back. So I'm finna have me some money in my pocket, so it ain't no confusion. It's easy. Dak injury made it easy for me to get money on the Cowboys. And if anybody want to get money on the Cowboys, bet they do not cover until Dak get back. And even if they cover 1 or 2 games, I mean, it's going to be about 8 games. So you're going to be up 6 games. So if you put 1,000 on Dallas not cover every game until Dak get back, you're going to be 6,000 up.
Come on, Dick. Long season, man. It's a long season. Don't give up on your boys like that.
I'm telling you, they're not going to win a game until Dak get back. And I'm going to bet that they won't cover while they're playing. They might cover 1 or 2 games, but they might not still win that game. But it's okay, because the majority of the games they're not going to cover. So I know I'm going to win. I'm going to be a winner.
Yeah, well,
Let me get a few stacks off these Cowboys while they down.
And look, it's almost like the Cowboys is cursed, though.
But see, the thing about it is, when Dak is there, you can be delusional because you're thinking, okay, Dak can do it. You follow what I'm saying? But when Dak is not there, it's no delusion. Cowboys, they're done until you come back.
Here's the saying, Dex, that I heard today. Is Dak Prescott the Anthony Davis of the NFL?
Huh?
Is Dak Prescott the Anthony Davis of the NFL?
No, Anthony Davis got a championship.
No, I mean, as far as injuries.
No, football, you can't compare to basketball.
I didn't think
football,
so.
Yeah. Football injuries. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a high collision sport. So it's becking you're going to get an injury somehow, some way. And a lot of those injuries be mysterious and be awkward. Basketball is not, all you got to do is be in shape and you're pretty good for the season. Football, you could be in shape and still get injured.
Well, now basketball,
I did want to ask you this, though. Now I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. How you treating your own team, the Dallas Cowboys? I want to ask you this: how long you been a Cowboy fan?
I've been a Cowboy fan since
Just give me
1978.
the.
No, 76.
It sounds better to the chat. How many years?
I don't know how many years is that, man.
Yeah, you do.
Since
But I
1976, I've been a Cowboy fan. I did
okay. Well, you
see
know,
the Hail
one of them
Mary
things.
to Bush
Almost
Johnson.
60 years. Almost 60 years. 54, 55 years. And you gonna treat them like this after
That's
game of
not Marvin. Your
one?
counting is off. Your
No,
math is off.
ain't.
Your T cells is low.
Yeah, no, that ain't.
Come on, man.
He said 60 years.
What
That's like
year you say?
46 years.
How long you been a fan?
That's like
Since
40.
I was
76.
wondering. I mean,
Bicentennial. The Bicentennial. Since
oh, okay.
76.
Well, yeah, that's only 40 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay, I thought you
46
said okay.
years.
Yeah, he said 60
But that's
something
about,
years.
still that's quite a few years. Still quite a few years for him to be talking about leaving the team after one damn game.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Who said I was leaving?
Well, you talking about how bad they are? At least
Marvin love to
go,
put
man.
words in people's mouth. I never said I was leaving. I
Oh,
just
but you
said I'm
gonna
a
be
bet
sad.
against
You
them.
you faking the funk. You sat on the other side of the fence rooting for them, but you don't want to be with them when they got their head down. That's how you is. Okay, I understand.
No, this is a money move.
Okay,
I'm finna
so it
get
ain't
paid. I
about
just
winning.
said I'm finna get paid.
It ain't
You think
about
I'm a
winning
bet
no more.
with the Cowboys with no Dak and a running game that looked dread awful? Who would
One
do
game,
that?
Dick. One game.
So Cooper Rush. So Cooper Rush is going to be make miracle. He's going to be the new Danny White, right?
It ain't the game. Don't just hinge directly on him. Your defense played well yesterday.
Yeah, the defense did play well, but they cracked towards the end because the offense
I
couldn't do
mean,
nothing.
damn,
So
who
defense
would
got wore
not?
down.
Offense can't do nothing. Shit.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. If they couldn't do nothing with Dak, what they gonna do with Cooper Rush?
But Dak wasn't having no good game when he was in the game.
It doesn't matter. But you know you still have a chance when you got Dak at the helm. Cooper Rush, come on, man, that's preseason.
He drove him. He drove him down one time. Then he got sacked. but
It ain't the same, trust me.
I mean,
But
my boys there,
nevertheless,
we young as
but
hell, and we won that game.
but
And what
but
happened with
ne-
the Bears? We just totally outcoached the 49ers in the second half because we wasn't doing
but
shit in
yeah,
the
you
first half.
Justin Fields made that hell of a move, got
Yeah.
out the defensive grasp, got in the open field, and launched that baby.
Well, see, the Bears wasn't using him the way they need to anyway. They need to keep him on. I mean, don't keep him, but they need to design more rollout plays and out of the pocket plays. He's better out of the pocket. I mean, first
But
he's a triple threat for one. I mean, he's a double threat
but
from the
see, when you
start
start
throwing the
doing
ball.
that, you start becoming the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens,
But that's where he's best
the
at.
Lamar Jackson, and when you become that, it ain't coaching.
But
See,
both his touchdown
Andy
passes.
Reid can accept that, right? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Andy Reid been around, he can accept that. Frank Wright, he's been around, he can accept that, right? But this dude that's coaching the Bears, he's trying to make his name.
Well,
So
they
he
seen the
wants
rollout. He threw both his touchdown passes on rollouts. So that should give you enough
Marvin. You asked
understanding.
the question why they don't do it often, and I'm telling you why they
Well,
don't do it often.
they
Because
are
those
going
type
to.
of coaches want to make their name in this thing. And how you make your name in this thing? By scheming.
Well,
You
yeah.
don't make your name in this thing rolling your quarterback out all the time. Because they call that what's that, sand yard?
Not all the time. Design rollouts. He need more of them. He's more
Yeah, but a
effective with
design
them.
rollout is maybe 3 times in the game, not
That's all we need.
15 times in the game. Because
He
you're going to
didn't
get
do
your
it. He only
quarterback,
did
you're
it.
putting your
He only
quarterback
did it,
in perilous situations.
and he only did it about 3 times this past game. Well, actually, it
And
was
that's
four
what
because
probably they're going to
Justin Fields.
continue.
Well, the running game
Because I'm
wasn't
telling you,
doing it.
these coaches got ego. I'm telling you, man, they got ego.
But it wasn't just that. The 49ers had a top-ranked defense, and they just was shutting up. Man, we had 23 yards at the half. Shit, we shouldn't have won that game, brother. 23. No, we had 32 yards on 23 plays. No receptions from the receivers or tight ends in the whole first half. But they was only winning 10-0.
All I'm telling you is Justin Field is a really good athlete, and he basically made those plays work in the sandlot.
Yeah.
I don't believe that one play was designed for that because it couldn't have.
No,
because
it was pressure.
because the linebackers collapsed on him and he got out of that situation, made a pivot,
spun out,
and threw that ball downfield like a
well,
god.
because of his motion going to the left, it drew all the coverage that way, and they left that guy wide open on the other side of the field. But that's what I'm telling you. That's where his assets are. That play was designed for him to stay in the pocket. He improvised and got out of the pocket and made the play. The second touchdown, he was rolling right, and he threw a touchdown pass to the other guy. It's his assets. You don't have to do it all the time. But in the Bears case, I'm just talking about them because I know they window. We're going to have almost the most money of anybody next year. We really looking at next year. Every win we win now is a plus on what we're trying to do.
I see where this is going.
Because the 49ers was a top-ranked defense. I didn't know they were that good, but they were damn good. Shit.
Yeah,
but it's Lance. Did they run Trey Lance too quick? Did you think they put him out there too early?
Going to do something.
Hell no. I'm with them.
Bears
but I don't
win
think...
one game. Saints win one game. Both of them teams have a propensity to lose 4 games in a row, and they'd be 1-4.
Oh hell! See, there you go.
What they gonna say then?
We ain't 0-1.
But I can't say nothing because we're gonna be. You guys will be 1-4. We'll be 0-5. We just 1 game behind y'all.
Yeah, you're right. running for the
Same
top
with
pick
the
in
Saints.
the NFL.
Saints could be 1-5 in week 6, and we'll be 0-6 at week 6. We just 1 game behind the Saints.
Guys, good thing you playing that music, because that's for you.
No, that's for you, Marvin, because you believe in the
me.
Bears.
No, I don't believe. I told you it's a 3-year winner.
You don't turn these Bears into the retro Bears of 85.
I feel like
84.
the Bears shouldn't win no more than 8 games this year.
You think Mike Singletary's out on that field, Richard Dent, and all them people?
I didn't think they were going to win yesterday.
Fink. What's his name? Fink? No, Fink, right? Fink.
Jeez.
Think them guys out there. See, I'm realistic about my team. My quarterback is gone. That's it. We always know that Jameson Winston always win the MVP for the other team.
There you go.
He ain't never been MVP for the Saints. But I can tell you, he's been MVP for the Rams. He's been MVP for the Bucks, the Vikings. He's been MVP for damn near 30 teams.
Winston had a good game.
Jameson Winston loved giving the other team the ball. It's clear that the man is colorblind, but ain't nobody talking about it.
You got a free conscience, Dex? Obviously you do, because you threw with your Cowboys.
Relax yourself. Let your mind be free.
Like, you can talk all you want about my Cowboys. I know they sorry. That's all right, man. They coming back because they got to play this next week. Some big injuries in week 1. That linebacker for Pittsburgh tore his pec. That wasn't no damn good. Seattle beat that ass.
Marvin, what you say?
I'm looking up something. You all right, brother? I didn't say anything, man. Oh, Dex, you on the panel?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I meant to tell you in flight, man. I went back in the archives, man. I listened to the episode when Flight got monitorized, man, and your first time on the panel. And
It was my
was it?
first time on the panel
Yep.
when he got monitorized.
No, that wasn't the day you got monitorized. I went back to your first day on the panel.
Oh,
And Raves, Uncle Verns, Josh Jackson in the chat, Basil. When Flight wasn't doing nothing but just doing singles up there by himself when he first started.
oh, okay. You went deep.
I went all the way back. Watched every
Mhm.
one of them, a little bit of each one of them until I got to your voice, the first one I heard. And I knew it was your first episode. And I don't know if you
Is that right?
remember. I don't know if you remember, but all you kept saying, Flight, can you hear me? Flight. You was
Is that right?
excited like a motherfucker. You was truly excited. I even went back to the one when Tricky Nicky was on. Flight still got it. And Vern was on a long damn time ago. I thought he was gonna be on tonight. Who else came on? Ray, when he first came on. That shit was funny as hell, man. Y'all had some rowdy fucking shows back then, man. For sure.
That's what I'm saying. We warned everybody how Flight used to be. Flight After Dark.
Yeah, there was some rowdy shows. I watched Flight grow all the way up through. I watched each one of those episodes, man. He was persistent. He would miss a couple, but he would always say, I missed a little bit, but I'm back. That shit was sweet, man.
Yeah,
And
those were the days. Those definitely were the days.
And Dave James was one of the first ones to get on StreamYard with him. I think Dave James was the first one to get on StreamYard with him. He was the first to get on StreamYard with him. And then another guy, King something else, was on there with him. Because I remember Flight saying this first
Yeah, we
time
had a lot
using,
of characters back then, most definitely.
yeah, it was his first time using StreamYard. And Dave James was coming on every day. And then Uncle Vern snuck in there. That shit was crazy, man. I'm trying to bring up this game, Dex, for your boys. I know you don't like to talk about it, but you like talking about everybody else's team. So I'm finna show you what the hell your sorry ass Cowboys did yesterday and what they're gonna do this coming week. Just trying to lure you in, you know what I mean? First of all, you only scored 3 damn points. That ain't no damn good. That's
That was devastating. That's devastating in itself. I mean, really? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
This one we was waiting on.
Yeah, the Cowboys suck.
No, they suck ass. How
Yeah,
about
I
that,
don't
Paul?
know. They really blew it though. That was the sad part is people was looking forward to that game.
Yeah.
The Cowboys
Dex
is disheartening.
Dex was too.
Every year, everybody's so excited, and then they don't do shit.
And Flight gonna have that shit up there for damn near 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, but
I mean, yeah, he damn sure had that shit up that long. I mean, it would never go off. Wouldn't stop. Even post game.
Even the announcer's like, "Hey, man, we're done."
Yeah,
you want to rub that in, really?
I mean, that was wild. That Cowboy game.
Yeah, well,
oh my God,
Prescott went 14 for 29. 14 for 29, 134 yards and an interception. His quarterback rating was a 15.3. I told you he didn't play well.
And he broke his finger.
I told you he didn't play well. Now, in turn, Cooper Rush went 7 for 13 for 64 yards and a quarterback rating of 67.5.
Cooper Cup.
I mean, Cooper Rush. I'm sorry.
Oh, Cooper Rush. My fault.
Yeah, that's a different player.
Oh, man.
Cooper Rush. I apologize. But, I mean, it's first game, but it is tough losing your starting quarterback. That's for damn sure. But how good did Tampa Bay look? Did Tampa Bay look good?
They didn't look all that good either. Everybody kept saying, well, Brady, they was making excuses for Brady, horrible play. Brady, the game is not that competitive. So Brady, you're not going to see the Brady that you want to see because the game's not that competitive. He's going to let the foot off the gas. Yeah, right.
Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you, Dex. That motherfucking Michael Parsons, that is a pro number one pro in the making, boy. That boy is bad. Michael Parsons is bad. He gonna
Yeah, I
be
mean
damn.
he's a all pro, but at the same time he can't save their season. They're
No, I'm
done.
just saying he's gonna be good. He's a piece you can build around, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Van Der Esch played a hell of a game. So
Yeah.
he stayed fighting, but the defense did all they can do, but the offense just sputtered. I mean, it just looked like they was just disinterested.
All right, but Dex, did you say that at the beginning of that game? Because Dak took y'all straight down and got a field goal. Should have got a first down and maybe a touchdown. But y'all got a
But it's
field
a
goal on your
field
first
Low.
drive.
goal. You
He
can't.
left
You ain't
low.
gonna win no game in no field goal.
But he still
Punching
drove
in.
you down. What you
They
talking about
never got into the
how
red
futile,
zone. What are you
but you
talking about?
talking but all right, but you wasn't saying the offense was futile when he got you to the red zone. You didn't
He
think that
didn't get
after
us in
the
the
first
red
play.
zone. We never got into the red zone that game.
Oh, y'all didn't get in red zone
They
and
got in
get that
field
W.
goal range. They got in field goal range, but never no red zone. Red zone is the 20 in.
Oh, I didn't
They ain't
I
got.
didn't
They
know. I
didn't
didn't
get that
know.
close to the end zone.
I know
That's when
y'all
I
had
knew
a
the game was terrible.
that
Like 2 quarters, you can't get into the red zone. 3 quarters, you can't get into the red zone. Oh, I'm done. Flight, take that shit
inter-
down,
that
please.
interception he threw was terrible. That was a bad throw.
I kept peeking back at the stream, and I'm like, Flight just doing this on purpose. He's just trying to humiliate any Cowboy fan that's out there.
Yeah. I didn't know why Flight. I thought he might have been doing something to you because I was sure was thinking of you every time I go to it and see it.
Everybody probably was. Basil Carpenter, Sky. You see how they badgering me right now.
That's
But
cold
it's
blooded.
okay. It's okay. I can't be mad at nobody. I railed the Cowboys thinking that the Cowboys are going to be able to be something to contend with, and I was wrong. Hell, it ain't the first time that ever was wrong in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Now
I
when they
was
start
wrong when I
winning,
went. I better leave that alone.
yeah, don't
Yeah.
when they
So
start winning because they liable to win the game. I mean,
what's a game? We trying to win, get into the playoffs. That's what I'm trying to
you know,
explain to you, Marvin.
it's all you can do is win
Cooper
one at a
Rush is
time.
not
Man.
going to be able to make it happen. Everybody
All you
knows
can
that.
do, all you can do is win one game at a time. Dick.
Only person they helped was McCarthy. McCarthy is the only winner out of this because now he can throw this season away and get him another season.
You might be right. I mean, but no, expectations wasn't high for the Cowboys with their roster this year anyway.
It was higher than what it's going to be now with their record
Well, yeah,
going to
that's
indicate.
that's obvious there. Yeah, you know that.
That's the only thing
So who
I'm
looked
saying.
so who looked the best in the NFL first week?
Uh, to be honest with you, the damn Buffalo Bills.
They did look good. Now they started on that game wasn't that good though. They struggled at the beginning, but they made up for it with
But the
just good
Buffalo
play.
Bills, but they play in the Super Bowl champs. Well, you think you just
Yeah.
can run in and run over the Super Bowl champs? They eventually did, but you know what I'm saying, Marvin? You can't just
When
go in
y'all
there and
lose to
run
the
them
Bills
and run
last
them out of
week?
their own stadium. Man, listen, my homeboy was at the game. Well, listen, first of all, let me tell y'all this. I always got something to tell you, right?
Mm.
That Buffalo Bills versus the LA Rams, I was invited to the game to sit in the skybox with my homeboy because his son play on the team. His son is David Long Jr. And I watched this kid grow up, man. That's crazy. I watched him grow up. I watched him play Little League Baseball. I had no idea he was that good in football until he went to Michigan because he was recruited by John Harbaugh, right? He was recruited
Mm-hmm.
by John Harbaugh, and John Harbaugh was at Stanford. And this when he was in high school, I think 10th grade in high school. So he signed a letter of intent to go to Stanford. This is how smart he is as well. And John Harbaugh left Stanford and went to Michigan, right? No, I think he
Mm-hmm.
left and went to the NFL. Then he went to Michigan. I think 49ers. Then he went to Michigan, right? He went to Michigan, and then when he graduated, he recommitted to the Michigan Wolverines and played with them, and the rest is history. And now he's drafted in the NFL. I think the second or third year in the NFL for the
Hmm.
Los Angeles Rams.
Wow.
And I told my homeboy, I said, man, did you ask your son for some money? He's like, oh no, man, ask for no money. I told him when he signed his contract, I said, man, that's your money. You do as you please. But damn it, his mama, she was right there. You know what I mean?
Shit.
The man couldn't even put the junior on his last name before his mama was out there with her hand open. I was laughing like crazy.
Shit.
That was so funny. He said, yeah, his mama was right there. He couldn't even put junior, period, before she had her hand open.
Wow. Man, you know, I was just
Yeah.
looking at something. In the AFC South, which consists of Houston, Indianapolis, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Tennessee, they all are 0 and something in week 1. Houston is 0 and 0 with a tie. Indianapolis 0 and 0 with a tie. Jacksonville 0 and 1, and Tennessee 0 and 1. That's probably
Now
the
that
first
was a
time.
devastating loss for Tennessee, though.
That's probably the first time in history this ever happened. Got
A
two of the
over.
same division tied, and the other two lost their first game.
And they all tied.
Well, no, I don't know who would be in first in this because the
Whoever
Jacksonville is
gave up the
0 and
least
1.
amount of points. Whoever gave up the least
Then
amount
you
of
go by
points.
point spread. Then you're right. That's crazy, man. They got Houston at the number 1 slot at 0 and 0 with a tie, but I guess so. I
Right.
guess they would be in first right now.
Yeah, they're in first. But yeah,
That's crazy.
that all I thought about was Nico. You know, Nico has
Well,
probably got his head deep in his pillow, and his pillow was so moist for all the damn tears that came out of his eyes.
who is his team?
The Titans,
Boy, that was a devastating
Tennessee
loss.
Titans, Ryan Tannehill,
Boy,
Henry. You know what I'm saying? They got Henry as a running back.
yeah.
When I saw they lost, I said, "Oh, poor Nico, poor baby."
Who they lose to? Who they lose to?
Was it Miami? No, the Patriots lost to Miami. The Patriots lost to Miami.
Hold
They
on, let me
lost
look
to
at it. I'm
who the
bringing
hell
it up.
the Titans lose to? Oh, I think was
Ra-
it Philly?
The Raiders are sick too. They lost a tough one. Hang on, I'm bringing it up. This
Raiders
is the
always
first
sick.
time, you know, I meant to come on because my brother and them were here. We were watching the game because we watched the Bear game. But then, hell, I didn't know if football was this. They lost to the Giants. Damn.
Yeah, that's who it was.
21-20.
The Giants. Yeah,
21-20.
the Big Nuts Giants. Yep.
At home. They was in Tennessee. It's a big win, big loss for
Hmm.
them.
Big
Big
loss.
win
They
for
made
big
they
win for
they
the
made
Giants.
Danny Dime. They made Danny Dime start for the. Look, Saquon Barkley ran all over those boys.
Yeah, he had 140 something yards rush.
Man, he was just running and running. At one point, they time stamped him as moving at 21 miles an hour.
Man, no.
Yes,
I ain't looked
that's
at the
up there.
stats for this
That's up
game.
there with Michael Johnson.
Yeah, man. And he running with
You know what
all
I'm
this
saying?
gear
Track
on.
star. He running with all that gear on, running with power and force.
I'm finna look at the stats on this game because I
Yeah,
didn't.
you can talk your shit, talented, because that was a good win for Danny Dimes. Because he was
Oh,
probably on his way out the lead. If they would have
You a
lost that
Giants
game,
fan?
Danny Dimes wouldn't have got on the plane. They would have said, you know what, man, just go home, man. We'll send your stuff to you.
Barkley run for
we,
164.
we'll U-Haul your stuff to you. So that was a damn good win for the Giants.
Yeah, that was Daniel Jones, nigga. 17 out of 21 for 188 yards and 2
And
touchdowns
he
and an
didn't fall.
interception.
And he didn't fall.
A quarterback rating of 115. That's where you won the game, man. That
And
boy
I
was
think he
efficient.
ran one. Didn't he run one for a touchdown? I think he rushed for a touchdown.
No, he didn't rush for one. Barkley did. He threw for 2. Barkley. He threw an interception also.
Yeah. Yep,
Let me
Big
look at
Blue,
Tennessee.
the New York Football Giants.
Yeah, and they won and the Cowboys lost. Ain't that ironic, Dex?
Listen,
No,
man,
that
you
is
trying to get me to jump off a bridge or something?
no, that is your division, is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Marvin trying to drive me to do something bad to myself. But Marvin ain't
Well,
gonna let you do it.
listen, you've been a Cowboys fan for that many years. You've been on the brink. Shit. Last year you damn near jumped off a bridge. Shit.
No, last year we did good. We just lost to the San Francisco in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And some people say they got cheated out at the time because they let the time run off the clock, and San Francisco got the victory.
Hmm. What's wrong with Green Bay, man?
It just was one of those days. Green Bay just ain't really have much. Cause you can't blame Aaron Rodgers. He threw Aaron Rodgers threw the ball right in that man's hand and it went straight through it like he had a big
Yeah,
old hole in his mitt.
and that make a difference because right after that they did nothing else. See,
Yeah,
momentum means so much in them games, man. That was a
exactly.
that was a young guy, and I
I
don't
don't
think
care
it
who
went
he
that
is. He's a
quick.
football player. We don't care about that no age when you playing football and you out
Oh,
there on
I
that
know. I'm
field.
just saying. I'm just saying, but it makes a difference in momentum in the game.
And all Aaron Rodgers did was like, oh my God, here we go with this shit.
Oh, Ted,
You
I'm
saw
looking
the
at the
look of
stats in
disgust
this
on his
game.
face.
I see the Giants came back. They was losing 13-0 at the half. They came back and took that damn game, guys.
Yep. That's why it was impressive.
They come back and took that game. Shit. Saquon doing his thing.
Yeah, Green Bay definitely don't have any receivers. I mean, that was
Yeah, they
obvious.
hurt in the Steelers slot.
That ball went right. I could have caught that ball, and I got a torn muscle.
And we ain't gonna say all that. It might have knocked you
Well,
down.
I
You had
believe
to
in
hold on.
myself. I believe in myself.
I believe you could have caught it, but I believe you'd have been looking at who finna hit you first.
He was wide open. There was nobody around that dude.
But he was running full
Only
speed,
thing
wasn't he?
that only thing that was around him was wind. That's it. That's the only thing was around him was wind.
Well, I tell you one thing, we talking about what Green Bay didn't do. We need to be talking about but what that wide receiver for Minnesota did. That's a bad motherfucker right there, boy.
But I told y'all about Minnesota. Remember who was laughing at me? Was it Basil?
No,
Remember
I
I told y'all to
know
watch out for Minnesota.
I've been New Jefferson. We play him twice a year. I've been New Jefferson was cold. That boy is decent.
That dude is a fantasy point magnet.
He reminded me of Randy Moss, man. That boy gonna be bad. But they still got their same quarterback, so I don't know how far they going.
Nah, I think he might turn the corner this season. Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, that's if that's if the defense don't get after him. The difference in Kirk Cousins is a clean pocket, Dex. Look at his numbers.
In a
He
good
put
running
pressure on
game.
him.
In a good
Well, you
running
need a
game.
running game. With a quarterback like him, you need a good running game. And I
And
didn't
they
notice
have
they
a good
running game.
running game.
Yeah, because he's accurate if you give him time. He'll eat you alive. Um, who is it? Well, I was thinking about. Oh, Miami. They won. Let me check.
Yes, Miami won. Tulavia, whatever how you ever say his name, he won. That
Yeah,
little
they
lefty,
sure did.
he won the game. He beat the Patriots. He beat Mark Jones.
That's a big loss for New England. Man, what's running? So now, Ted, since you're in the chat, if you're a you're a Giant fan, that mean you're not a Jet fan because they didn't look good in Week 1. To all Jet fans, but it is
But
Week
you
1,
got to
everybody.
remember the Jets starting quarterback is out.
Yeah, and Indianapolis, they got Matt Ryan and tied with Houston in
Oh,
Week 1.
CWE, pump your brakes. If you believe in Geno Smith, man, you need to
Oh,
drink you some
CWE is a
Mountain
Jet
Dew.
fan. He a Jet fan. Yeah, you gotta believe in Geno Smith. Might have some problems working.
Yeah, he's saying he's hype
For what?
because Seattle won. 6 man.
Seattle. I need to look
Yeah,
at their numbers because I didn't think they were gonna win that game yesterday. That's a big loss for Denver, man. They had high hopes. They should keep them. Just one game.
and Tyler Ted done lost his mind.
What are you talking about?
Man, people used to talk so bad about the Jets. They say the Jets play in New Jersey.
Jets been
They
hurt for a
didn't want to.
long
They
time.
didn't want to admit that the Giants play in New Jersey as well. They just said the Jets. Well, actually, the Jets at one time was the only football team in New York. because the Giants was in Rutherford, and the Jets was at Shea Stadium.
CWE say Seattle might miss the playoffs, but he happy they beat the Broncos. I guess so. If you're gonna kind of hate that Russell
No,
Wilson left.
CW missed it. We left Seattle. Now we're talking about the Jets because of Talent Ted said go Gang Green.
Yeah, I seen that.
And I'm just sharing with Talent Ted that the Jets was the only football team in New York, and nobody was cheering for them, while the Giants was hanging out in Rutherford, New Jersey, and everybody cheering for the Giants. They ain't played not one football game in New York.
Gino and
Just like the Nets and the Knicks. The Knicks was in New York, the Nets was in New Jersey, and nobody wasn't even saying nothing about the New Jersey Nets, except that if you in Jersey, you could see New York. That's the only thing they gave Jersey credit for. That if you in New Jersey, the best thing about New Jersey is that you can see New York. Yeah, we know he played for Seattle, but
who the Saints got?
Now the Jets play in New Jersey, Talented now. But at first, they was in New York. They was in, was it Queens? They was the only team to play in New York.
Okay,
that's
so
what I'm saying. Yeah, go ahead, Marvin.
All right, I'm looking at. All right, hold on. I'm looking through the schedule. I'm looking for next week.
Oh, you wait a minute, Bed-Stuy. Hold on, Bed-Stuy. How the hell you a Seahawk fan? You from Brooklyn? How that equate?
Yeah.
Are you a Seattle fan because they won a Super Bowl?
Homer? Ryder?
Because that's a stretch, right? From the east to the west, that's a hell of a stretch. Wow, Bed-Stuy. Maybe we might have to play some music for you, man.
All right, Dex.
Because I don't know about that right there. You know what I'm saying, Marvin? He's from Brooklyn and he a Seattle fan. How you do that?
Because I'm happy you put that music on because I got something for us to do. Let's go through next week's schedule in the NFL and give our takes on it.
Marvin, please don't rack my brain like that. You know I'm depressed.
Well, this gonna clear it. You need it. Thursday night coming up. Clippers at Kansas City. I'm sorry. Damn, Clippers. Listen, I'm thinking basketball. San Diego Chargers at Kansas City.
You said what?
The LA Chargers at Kansas City. Chargers got a good team.
Nah, they're not gonna beat Kansas City.
They got a good team there.
Yeah, they cool, but they ain't gonna beat Kansas City.
So you picking Kansas City?
CW, what do you mean you're done talking football here? You guys are clueless and brainless. I'm just trying to figure out how you make that connection.
Come on, Brooklyn, man. Chargers
to Seattle.
You going Kansas City.
That's all. And if you was a fan of the Seattle Seahawks before they won a Super Bowl, what kind of team did the Seattle Seahawks have? Because they was like bottom dwellers before the.
They had a nice little run, couple of years.
I mean, back in the day, they was good.
Yeah,
with the what was his name? Kurt Warner.
Yeah, beast mode.
They had Kurt Warner. They had at one time they had Kermit Alexander. Yeah, Kurt Warner, the running back, not the quarterback.
They played.
I go back to Seattle. I go to Jim Zorn. I go back to Jim Zorn.
They went to back-to-back Super Bowls. They went to back-to-back Super Bowls with Russell Wilson.
No, he said he was a fan before there was a Super Bowl.
Oh.
Yep. I mentioned Sean Alexander. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
they
the
really haven't done
Hasselback.
much before. Man.
No,
No,
Kurt
they was
Warner
in the
was a
playoffs
running
against
back.
us. They
See,
played
that's
us
how
in the
far back
playoffs
I
against
go.
running back. Yeah,
Tumblr.
they have.
I go back to the Kurt Warner, the running back.
Yeah, now he was badass.
Yeah, he was a badass running back, boy. Go look up his highlights.
Shit, he was badass, bro. I never forget him. But no, so you picking Kansas City in that Charger game.
CW, chill out, dude. Nobody's challenging you. We just asking questions. Calm down. Before I play some more music.
You picking Kansas City in that Charger game, correct?
Say that again.
You picking Kansas City in the Charger game. They playing in Kansas
Yeah.
City
I'm kind of having
Thursday
fun
night.
with CW. Yeah. I'm picking
That's
Kansas City.
Thursday night. You know, I want to go with the Chargers, man. But on the road in Kansas City, I give them that one.
Talent.
The
I mean,
Jets,
CW. Ask your dad about Jim Zorn.
oh, that's a bad
Ask your
lefty
dad
right
about
there.
Jim Zorn.
That's a bad lefty right there. Jets at Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I got Cleveland. Washington at Detroit.
Washington at Detroit. I'm going with Detroit.
Damn, that'll be their first win. Oh man, that's a tough one for me to pick too. I'm gonna go with Detroit on that one too. Tampa Bay at New Orleans.
Also, the Seattle Seahawks had the best wide receiver ever until
Joyner
uh no,
or
he wasn't Warner wasn't a wide
little,
receiver.
little,
The
the
white
little
boy,
white
the white boy,
Largent.
Largent, Steve Largent. He was the best wide receiver ever in the game until Jerry Rice
Yeah,
passed him and broke his records.
Steve
But
Largent was
that damn
badass.
Steve Largent was a fool on that
The
football.
little old pretty motherfucker could play some football.
Man, he catch anything. He keep his toes in the field. That
White
dude
boy,
was awesome, Steve Largent.
white boy, Cole and his
Kenny
shit.
Easley, y'all remember Kenny Easley for the
Yeah,
Seattle Seahawks. Kenny Easley, the hard hitter. It was Kenny
yeah.
Easley. He was a hard hitter,
They,
and you had the boy for San Francisco, Ronnie Lott. Those were the two hard hitters during the time because Jack Tatum had retired.
hey, get my uncle out of this. Tampa Bay at New Orleans, Dex.
Why you keep using that N word, CW? You need to you tripping.
Tampa Bay at New Orleans. That's a big game. Dex, you got your hearing aid up?
Nah, Lamont, he was the best. It was nobody better than Steve Largent.
That
Name
is,
in that era. Name the wide receiver better than Steve Largent in that era.
I mean, numbers.
Cliff Branch. You thinking Cliff Branch? You thinking Willie Anderson, Willie Flipper Anderson?
I mean, there's a bunch of wide receivers back then. I just can't.
It's okay, CW. It's okay. You're a Seattle fan. We're talking about Seattle right now. We're talking about the legends of the
He thinks you're delusional.
Seattle Seahawks. Listen, they used to have the hardest helmets. Remember back then the day, the Seattle Seahawks. They used to have like one of the best looking helmets.
CW, you think they should have won that game this past weekend? They should have
They
lost
just
that game.
won. They just won.
I know it. I asked him, do you think they should have won the game? It was a close game also. 21-20. So who wins, Dex? Tampa Bay at New Orleans.
Tampa Bay.
Man,
Jamie Winston might have about 4 interceptions that game. He turned back to his old self.
he threw one interception, actually. Damn, I don't know how to go with this one.
Tyler, you
They
think the
playing
Giants got the
well.
best uniform? What about the Chargers?
I think New Orleans gonna win that game. New Orleans gonna win that game, Dex. They playing at home.
You don't want Scott to come up here and cuss you out. That's all.
No, I figure they always play them hard. I figure they're gonna win that game. And they're gonna lose in Tampa, but they're gonna lose. They're gonna win this game.
Okay, what's next?
We go to flights team. Carolina at New York Giants.
I think they could beat the Giants.
Wow.
Because the Giants don't have the pass rush like the Browns. The Browns got a vicious pass rush.
Oh. So you saying the Carolina Panthers don't have a pass rush? Because the
Yeah,
Giants
the
playing
Panthers
Carolina.
don't. The Panthers don't have. No, I'm saying the Giants don't have the pass rush like that. Remember back in the day, the Giants used to have the best pass rushing team,
So you don't
but
think
they
they
don't
can win
have
at
that
home
anymore.
against Carolina?
No, I think Carolina. I think Baker makes up and he wins that game.
Damn, this is a hard game to judge here. Carolina just coming off a tough loss. They own the road in New York. Giants got a good running game.
Most New York games are home games for the other team, so New York is not holding down their field like that.
Giants got a damn good running game.
Them Jersey boys don't know how to act.
I'm taking the Giants.
You going with New Jersey?
I'm going with the New York Giants.
With Jersey Shore?
New England
And they got.
Patriots.
I'm gonna tell you about that stadium. That stadium is a nice stadium, man. You see that stadium right off the 95, the Turnpike, after coming through the George Washington Bridge, crossing George Washington Bridge, going south. Oh, that's a nice stadium over there, man. That damn MetLife Stadium, it looks really, really groovy. I can tell you that, and especially at night. Then seeing the airplanes flying over because it's over there by the airport. It's a nice stadium. I like that.
Patriots at Pittsburgh Steelers. Patriots at Pittsburgh Steelers. 1 o'clock.
Say that again.
Patriots at Pittsburgh Steelers.
I like Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Steelers gonna win that. Trubisky playing well, man. He won his first game as a starter. Colts at Jags.
Colts.
Yeah. Miami at Baltimore. That's a good one.
Baltimore. Baltimore win that game.
Yeah, they playing on the road. I think they should win that one too.
Yeah, Tualova. I don't got Tualova with having two good games back to back.
Well, no, they playing a tough team. They're going on the road to play Baltimore. That's why I'm giving it to them. Atlanta at the Rams. The Rams better win this fucking game. You think so, Dex?
Atlanta at the Rams?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rams should win.
Okay, CWE. And Dex, give your true take on this. Seattle at San Francisco. San Francisco coming off a tough loss. And
yep,
they at home.
Seattle caught a break. So I'm gonna go with because I don't trust in Geno. I'm gonna go with I'm going with Love. Love is quarterback at San Francisco. I'm going with him.
Love.
Lance.
Man. CWE, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to agree with him because San Francisco just coming off a tough loss on the road. They can't afford to lose their first home game. They're gonna try to win that game. That might be your first loss, CWE. You get him back right here, CWE. Bengals at Cowboys.
The Bengals. Because listen, the Bengals lost. The Bengals lost. They looked really shabby, coming off the Super Bowl runner-up, and so I think they're gonna have it together by time they play Cowboys. So I'm going with the Bengals.
You think they beat y'all at home? Bengals at Cowboys.
Marvin, you're not going to get me off my pick. I already said that the Bengals will win this one.
I'm picking the Cowboys.
Well,
Cowboys gonna win that. Cowboys gonna win that game. What? That game. Houston at Denver. Houston at Denver.
Denver.
Yeah, I figured Denver.
Lovie Smith don't have much to work with down there in Houston.
Another good one. Arizona at the Raiders.
I'm taking the Arizona. They flamed out, and I think
Both of
that
these teams,
Kyler
both of these
Murray,
teams, both of these
Kyler
teams
Murray
playing
might be a
better
little
than
more
tomorrow.
upset. Yeah, but I think Kyler Murray got more talent over there.
I don't know about that, brother. Raiders should have won that game they played.
Damn
I
them
think the Raiders
Raiders.
come back. They 0-1. They played first home game. Or did they play at home last week? I mean, this past week. No. Hold on. I don't know if they did. But I think the Raiders won that one. And I'll be damned. Sunday night, the Bears playing at Green Bay.
That would be a trouncing.
Ain't
I'm
that-
quite sure Aaron Rodgers spoke really harsh to his team based on that performance. It was very lethargic, and they thought they could sleepwalk for a victory and found themselves on the other side of the coin. So Aaron Rodgers bounced back against the Bears. The game should be about 56-16.
Mm. I beg to differ. I think it's time for. I think Justin Fields finna show up to show out, brother. On prime
Yep,
time, nighttime.
yep.
I
Bears
don't
going
see it being
undefeated.
56 nothing. I believe he's gonna show his true colors. I think the Bears then made adjustments from that second half of that game they just played and see where he's more effective. And that's being on the rollouts and design plays rollout, not all the time, but mixing in a little pass, but we need to get the ball downfield. Our defense is playing pretty well. Green Bay is not the team they used to be. They don't have the receivers they had before. I think if
Yeah,
we
but
put
you can
some
beat the
pressure
Bears
on,
with no receivers.
yeah, I know it. But if I think we put some pressure on Rodgers, we might pull this one out. I'm going with my boys. I'm going with the Bears, goddammit. We ain't got
I'm not
Dolphins.
surprised.
I'm going with my boy. Monday night, another good one. Tennessee at Buffalo.
Now, I'm going out on a limb. I believe Tennessee would beat Buffalo.
Oh man.
That's one of those games. I'm telling you, it was one of them Vegas games. I can feel it. Everybody and mama gonna have money on Buffalo, so you know Vegas don't lose.
Monday night. You got Buffalo.
No, I got
I'm
Tennessee.
sorry, you got Tennessee. Damn. That's a tough one to call, man. Tennessee lost their first game on a heartbreaker. They got out of this game, man. But can they beat Buffalo on the road? I don't think so. Buffalo, I got Buffalo on that one. And last but not least, another good one. Minnesota at Philly.
Minnesota all day. That'd
That's
probably be
because
a
you want.
blowout.
That's because you want the damn Cowboys to stay in the race. Call your real shot. You think Minnesota that much better than Philly on the road?
Yep. Minnesota got everything. They got a decent defense. They got offense. They got a running game. They got a quarterback that's been talked bad about. And I just think that Kirk Cousins pulled this one out with a little help from his friends. I get by with a little help from my friends.
I think Philly peaking, man. I think Philly gonna hold their home court, man. They playing at home. It's on Monday night. I'm giving that game to Philly.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't think
surprised.
they're gonna drop because I believe just the opposite in Kirk Cousins. He'll
That's
break
a
them.
Dallas Cowboy hater pick. If you're gonna
No,
pick
it ain't.
Philly, you're gonna pick Philly over that Minnesota
Let me
team,
say this.
that
Let me say
veteran
this.
Minnesota team.
I hate Dallas more than I hate Philly. So why in the hell would I pick Philly?
That's what I'm saying. You hate Dallas more than you hate Philly.
Shit. I mean, I don't care about either one of them. I want Philly to beat Minnesota because they in the Central and they
Okay.
need to. Seriously.
Minnesota is a really good team this year. Like I said, they're damn sure a dark horse.
I don't trust in Kirk Cousins. I done played him twice a year for the last 3 years in a row. I know about him. I halfway know decent Bears teams than beat him. You can rattle him. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but He can be everybody can be rattled. But
Yep, Michigan
it is.
State. That's where he came from. Michigan State, Kirk Cousins.
Somebody was telling me they bet against my Wolverines to not cover that spread in that last game, and I don't think they did. I think we was spread. Do you bet on
You
college?
like
You
Michigan?
don't bet.
You like
Hell yeah, that's my boy. Oh yeah, Wolverines, brother. Always have been. I love Michigan. They still Harbaugh ain't did shit. One more year, he gone.
you hear me?
What?
I said that I bet college a lot.
You do? You bet them?
Especially, yeah, especially the top 10 because those teams be trying to blow out everybody.
Yeah, they
Now, if they
trying to
got a
cover.
cupcake schedule, they could have them like minus 34. I'm going with the minus 34 because at the end of
I
the day,
know.
they done beat the team by 40 some points.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned the spread when I brought it up. I don't bet on this. I don't bet on college. They too unpredictable. Man. Shit. All right, NBA time. All right, let's see. We'll start off with the Lakers. That's a good topic. What's in your future, bro? Unstoppable.
Say that again.
I said, what's in your future for the Lakers, Dex?
I don't know. I haven't really heard much. A lot of it is just hyperbole. Some come with some way out hypothesis. So I ain't really, took too much
I
of my
mean,
time to be concerned about all of the jibber jabber on the Lakers
I
right now.
mean, including Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, a lot. It's a lot of way out trades with Russell Westbrook and things of that nature. I'm kind of done with it because I'm not finding anything concrete. You know what I mean?
Yep, you're right about that. Can't trust nothing. You can't tell what's on the what's in store because everything that's been happened hadn't been even reported, basically.
Right. And one thing about these little corny periodicals, they're just putting anything out there, just to
Yeah,
clickbait.
yeah. You're
So,
righty, oh, buddy.
so I think that what more interesting is that the Bulls, Lonzo putting up a lot of footage about his past endeavors with the Bulls.
I
So I
hadn't
look
seen
at
it.
that as a crypto message that he's probably might be playing when the season starts.
I had because my brother was here. I hadn't even followed any of it about the Bulls. What is it? What he's just putting up? I mean, nothing about his playing time or anything, obviously.
No, they're just the Chicago Bulls is putting up a lot of Lonzo stuff. I mean, they just going through the roster, of course. You know what I'm saying? So the stuff that the Chicago Bulls is putting up with Lonzo, Lonzo is just reposting it. But the way that Lonzo's reposting it, knowing him and how he get down, he's basically giving out an encrypted message that I'm ready.
Mm,
You follow what I'm saying? But like I keep telling everybody, the ball is in the Bulls' court. Uh, no pun intended, because the Bulls have full control over what Lonzo do right now because Lonzo is in their grasp. And once the Bulls go through their medical protocol, that's when they will make that decision. They will
yeah,
send the report up That's a synopsis. And then AK me
Make that
both will look at it,
determination.
will make a determination, and they will send that up to Billy to proceed from that point on. But the way Lonzo Zoe is flaming out these Bulls highlight, that just confirms all what I've known before that he's ready. It's just up to the Bulls.
And past reports are just that, huh? Past reports. Thank you, sir. I mean, I just hadn't heard
Yeah,
it. I tend not to comment on it. I just let it play out. I know we need him, and he know he wants to play. Let's get him back healthy.
right. See, that's the thing. That's the key thing right there. He wants to play. It's not like he just like, okay, whatever. Nah, he's letting them know. Listen, man, let's go, man. Forget all the dumb stuff. Let's play basketball. I
Let's
want to
do
be
it.
amongst my teammates. My teammates want me to be amongst them. And let's fight off all of our rivalries and adversaries.
That's right.
And let's bury them in the ditch.
That's right. And that's all we ask. Let's get on the floor. And I think it will be.
Yeah, I got a hunch. See, I'm a little more optimistic than a lot of Zoites or ZO2s out there. Because one thing about the NBA, the media, and various PR campaigns, be it the Bulls or be it other players, they like this to unravel like this.
Yeah.
They appreciate the mystery, the mist, the the vagueness, the ambiguity about players
But what's
because
next?
that draw interest and it draw peak interest. And teams need that to come into the season. They need a little controversy to rile up the fan base.
Yeah. Like I said, I very seldom comment on
That's
just
okay to
all that.
comment,
I mean, I know it is. I just rather not. Just let it play out.
but one thing the Bulls don't have to clean up is that congestion at the guard position.
So I
So
think all
we
hands on
might
deck.
get a trade. We might get a trade before the season starts, or we might get a trade during preseason.
I don't think we have too many. We
Oh
need
yeah, we got too
everybody.
many. No, that's just being greedy.
No, we need everybody.
That just shows you have a rapacious appetite to aggregate talent in one position, and that's not good.
No, it's needed. If Lonzo's not healthy, we sure need everybody right now.
That's a different story. But I'm not seeing it as Lonzo not being unhealthy.
Well, what
I'm
we do
seeing
is
it
we
that
somebody
Lonzo.
somebody
I'm
just don't
seeing
get
that
as many
Lonzo
minutes.
is. I'm seeing it that
That's what
Lonzo
I'm
is
saying.
ready to go, but the Bulls can put a period to the start of Lonzo Ball's season based on their $85 million investment. That's what I see.
And, and what and should they be should be concerned? I understand that.
Right. There's nothing wrong with being concerned because Acme came together and made a decision to give Lonzo over value of his market rate
Yeah.
just to secure him. What they did, what Acme did, the New York Knicks supposed to have done. And when the New York Knicks was moving slow to acquire Lonzo services, they jumped right in there because they said, "Oh shit, the Knicks bullshit. Let's go." Because they was a bully with the bag on the block, the New York Knicks in that season, last season. So a lot of people was kind of waiting for who New York was going after, so they wouldn't have to overbid for the talent. If New York didn't have their eyes on certain people, then people was going ahead and grabbing those players. But if New York had their eyes set on something, which they didn't, because we can tell from what they ended up with, the leftovers from the Boston Celtics backcourt. I mean, imagine that. The Knicks paying high dollar for a leftover backcourt coming from their nemesis, the Boston Celtics.
Hmm.
That's
Very
dreadful.
funny.
That's dreadful. Front office did some dumb shit like that.
The Knicks didn't want to spend no money.
They spent money. They gave them boys some money. They gave Kimball and Fortnite some money. What do you mean?
They didn't give them what
Kimball was
Lonzo.
way in OKC. Kimball was, listen, man. They sent Kimball into the netherworlds. He was over there in that red dirt, waiting on Nubis to give him new life.
Mm.
And guess what? Nubis was in the front office of the New York Knicks. Gave Kimball new life.
It
Come
don't
on
take you
here,
long.
Kimball. Come on,
Don't take you
Kimball.
long to talk about the Knicks. You can get on them real fast, bro.
Oh, Fournier is available. Oh my God, we finna change the franchise.
Yeah, right.
Could you imagine Fournier being a free agent and nobody signed him and everybody just offering him a very little amount of money? But we the New York Knicks, we gonna give Fournier way over value money. Because
Yeah.
if you look up his name, it's gonna take you to a porn site.
Oh shit.
We want him in New York. We want Kimball. Kimball, son of New York. We want Kimball.
They got him.
And they got him. Kimball gave him a couple of serviceable games, but he cut his knees, man. Every time he gave him a serviceable game, at the end of the game, he put that towel over his head. He walks with a slight bent forward to the ground, and them knees start making some awkward noise. That's Kimball Walker for you.
Mm. So
Get that man some oil.
let's address the elephant in the room. The Brooklyn Nets. Can that be a good team this year?
Um, I think Brooklyn could be a very good team, but I just see there's some dissension there. Durant was forced to renege on his request for trade. I think the commissioner stepped in. He talked to Joe Tsai, Kevin Durant, as well as Kyrie Irving, and he asked them to behave. Please behave this season. You know, we got the CBA going. We got a lot of stuff going. Please behave. The popularity has spiked, and Brooklyn is in a perfect market to absorb from the popularity spiking of the NBA.
Hmm.
People want to see Brooklyn fall on their face, but they want to see Brooklyn fall on their face in a meaningful series. Not that shit that happened with Boston last season. That was god awful. They laid an egg. It's like they quit. They buried their sword and threw away all their armor. They want Brooklyn to fall on his face in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's what the NBA wants. They want Brooklyn to go all the way through, have high hopes, and then somebody from the Eastern Conference knock them down, like
I don't
Milwaukee
know.
did a couple of years ago. But they want them in the Eastern Conference Finals, though. They don't want them losing in the first round. They don't want them losing in the second round. They want this Brooklyn team all the way representing 50% of the Eastern Conference.
Well, I'm like this on Brooklyn. I have stood up for Brooklyn for a long time when people talked about them losing in the first round. Because if we can all remember, Brooklyn was in first place in the East the day
Shout out to
that
Talented.
that the day
You.
that Durant got hurt. Now, if you put a fully
We
healthy
hear some
team
music
of
in the
Brooklyn
background,
players
Talent.
together,
Yeah, my fault, bro. All right, I'm about to mute up. I'm trying to do two things at the same time.
yeah,
Just chime in when you're ready.
Yeah, you
when you
ready?
put we still got background to it. There you go. Yeah, when you put a healthy Brooklyn team together, but with the uncertainty of Ben Simmons, where are they? That's my whole thing with Brooklyn. And how good is their bench? Now, I guess,
I don't think Ben Simmons is the X factor for Brooklyn. I think more
but
so
I
Joe
think,
Harris is.
but I think he can either take them one way or the other. Though I believe he does have a factor that way because if they depended
I
on
really
him,
don't think so. Ben
I
Simmons
think.
can only enhance Brooklyn. He's not going to make them fall back. Even if he don't
Well,
even play a game this season.
I mean, being a
They have
distraction.
a strong enough team to compete with anybody. But like I said, Joe Harris is definitely an X factor. We got to see what Joe Harris comes back because
Yeah,
he's coming off a severe injury.
but they're not
So
going to miss
with
him as
that
much
injury,
having Curry on their team. They don't miss him quite as much.
no, that's not true. He's a big boy. Joe Harris is a big boy,
Yeah, I know he did, but he does the same thing. He ain't real no heavy
but he's
rebounder.
a big boy though. What is he about?
He's
6'6", 6'7"?
he's about 6'6", 6'7". I mean, I know he
You
makes a
understand what I'm
difference.
saying?
Yeah, he definitely makes a difference. But as
He's an
far as
easy
where they gonna
target to
go,
find.
yeah, but I'm thinking, in long term, I think Ben Simmons is more important to them than he is because he can bring so many different things if he's on.
Ben Simmons can't bring no many different things. Only thing he can do is play defense and dish the ball.
Shit, yeah,
That's
but
the
he can
Ben
bring a
Simmons
whole lot of
we've
things.
seen.
Offensive rebounds, good defense. That's two right there. With a low scoring, that's three. He can make a big difference on this team. So I really
But what I'm
predicated not
saying is
necessarily
that
all on him.
Joe Harris, listen, Joe Harris is the X
Told you what
factor.
it is.
Because Ben Simmons cannot stretch that offense, whereas Kyrie can swivel in and out of traffic and do his magnificent layups. Where KD can find an opening and pull up from anywhere on that court as long as there's an opening. Ben
But
Simmons do not complement that.
I know it.
But
He complements it in
Joe
other
Harris
great areas they
does.
need. I
Joe
know it.
Harris does.
That's an area he probably does excel over Ben Simmons. But there are more areas that are more
That's the
important
main
that Ben
area
can do.
though, Marvin. I'm sorry.
Not with them shooters on that team is not Dex. He didn't make that
It
much
is.
difference on the
They need
floor.
spacing. Kyrie needs spacing.
He,
For him to
no, he,
scissor through the defense. He needs spacing.
they were 26 in the league in rebound index. They need rebounding more than they need that.
That's not what their game is predicated on. Because if you got Kyrie slicing through the defense, right? He's going to make his layups when he get close to the rim. He's one of the best finishers in the league. You got Kevin Durant running around at 7 foot, finding an open space. He's going to nail that. Kevin Durant shoots what north of 50% from the field.
Yeah, well, he played with them last year, but the whole team wasn't intact, though.
That's what I'm trying to
Kyrie.
explain to you. They need Joe Harris to spread
Oh, they
the
need him. They
offense to
need him.
open things up so them dudes can slice and dice. They not looking for no hell of a rebounder. They had Drummond, so
But no, he ain't
they're
played
not
with me.
looking for that. What
Well,
they
I
looking
mean, they would
for
have never picked him
is
up.
a rim
I'm not
runner.
saying Harris doesn't mean a lot to them, but I know they got as many shooters on the team as they do for defensive rebound.
That's a good thing though, because when Harris opens up that court, when Curry opens up that court, you got Claxton and company can run wild, and those are
Hope,
dunkers. They get the
yeah.
ball near that circle, that inner circle, they dunking it. They ain't finger rolling and doing all kind of fancy layups. No, they dunking that thing, and they leapers.
Yeah. I mean, Joe
So that's
Harris is
why I said Joe
definitely.
Harris is crucial, and
Well, but see, I don't know how
Curry
much
is
they. I
crucial.
really don't see. I don't see him. He's going to be in the starting lineup, I do believe. But I mean, just far as spreading the floor, when you have those shooters that I see on their team, I don't think he makes that much. I mean, I know he makes
But
a
Joe
difference.
Harris is proven,
Hmm.
whereas Seth Curry, and I don't know just yet. He do good in the regular season, but when it come playoff, he kind of shrinks up a little bit. Joe Harris is proven what he can do in the playoffs until he
I'm
got
looking
hurt.
at the numbers now.
Because remember the season before last playing Milwaukee, remember Joe Harris was hurt. He playing hurt.
Yeah, he played late in the season. He got hurt in mid-season, I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Yep.
He averaged 11 points and 4 rebounds. He had a PER of 9.6. That's why I'm
That's all
telling
they
you.
need.
I don't know if they need because they would have been using this if that was the problem. So hold on, let me bring his game log up. And he was averaging 30 minutes a game, and he averaged 11 points a game. He did shoot a good field goal percentage at 58%. He actually shot 60% from the three. Damn,
That's what I'm trying to explain to you,
that
Marvin.
was only in that month.
But
In
it
that
doesn't
particular.
matter though. When you shoot at a high clip like that, people have to respect that.
And the first month, he shot it at 36%. Now, he shot that in how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, and then he was out for the rest of the season. He shot
He was
that.
coming on strong. He was coming on strong.
Yeah, he shot that early in the season. His best game was 24 points and 2 rebounds. That was out of 8 games. So his shooting, let me see how many shots he actually gave him. They gave him shots,
Listen,
7 shots a game. 7 shots a game.
Marvin,
I'm just telling you.
perspective. I
I'm
think
just
you're
telling
digging
you.
too far into the
Important.
numbers because I know what you're doing. You got to look at it as this like a Jim Paxson, B.J. Armstrong, Craig Hodges, and
I
Steve
know what you're
Kerr.
saying.
You have
I
to
know
look
what you're
at it in
saying.
that fashion. They're
I'm
not
talking
going to
about
have
the
no
importance.
blowout numbers, but when they number is called, they deliver.
Yeah, he shot a good percentage late in the year, but he he didn't play number about 15 total games. No, he played 20 some odd games.
Testing
30.
said Joe Harris's cheeks. Testing, I don't agree with that. The man was
Yeah.
injured.
Overvaluing him. You overvaluing him. You think he's gonna be more important than Ben Simmons is. Ben
Ben
Simmons need
Simmons, wait,
rings.
wait, wait. Testing, are you serious, Testing? Are you trolling? How in the hell is Ben Simmons the glue that keeps everything together when he's not even playing?
I mean, he can be. Is probably what he means.
How, when, when,
I'm not looking
when,
at him like
when have you
that.
been?
I'm looking at
Hold
his
on one
importance.
second, Marvin. No,
I'm
Marvin,
looking at
hold
his
on, because he
importance.
made a statement. When has Ben Simmons ever in his career been the glue that kept everything together?
No, I didn't say he's a glue. Shit, no. I say
Well,
he
that's
can
what
help
testing
out.
is saying.
Well, I ain't never seen him as the glue, but I know he can help this team in areas that they were lacking last year. That's why they got him, and I think he's more important than 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 your boy. I mean, his
Who?
important. Joe Harris to me, he's going to get his shots, but you got plenty of shooters on his team. I'm
Hey,
not
hey,
saying he
hey.
was
Why
getting
did they?
killed on the game. Go
Why
ahead.
you said they got Ben Simmons?
Why did they
No,
get him?
testing. Oh, wait. Somebody said something different.
Nah, Marvin just said they got him for what? Why they got
They
Ben
got him to
Simmons?
help him. I help out on defense and rebounding. That's what he gonna do.
And they did James Harden a favor, man. That's all they did. They wanted to get that boy out of there.
Who? Simmons
Yeah, they. I don't
or
feel like they
Harden?
went after Simmons. They didn't go after Simmons for specifics. I mean,
I mean, they gotta have him. They gotta get
he's
him for something.
he's an oversized guard. You can't go wrong.
You think they're gonna use him at a guard position?
Hell yeah, Kyrie not playing point guard. What are you nuts? Kyrie don't know how to play point guard. I'm saying
Okay,
he
what's that?
can, but he don't know how to play point guard. Kyrie not trying to play point guard. Kyrie trying to put up buckets, man. He playing shooting guard all day. He put James Harden
Okay.
at point guard.
Yep.
Yeah, if you could put James Harden at point guard, where else is Ben Simmons gonna play? Ben Simmons ain't giving you numbers. Not in the points department. He'll damn
So you
give you
think
some
they're gonna,
rebounds and some
you
assists
think they're
though,
gonna
and that's
start?
all
You think
he.
they're gonna
That's
start him
exactly
at the
what he's
point guard?
saying.
You think they're
Yeah.
gonna start him at the point guard?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow, I ain't even thought of that.
Where
You
else they gonna
bugging.
start him?
Well, whose spot he gonna take? What position? KD got small forward on lock. Kyrie got shooting guard on lock. He can't play power forward. I mean, he could, but he'll be undersized. He's definitely not playing center. Only thing left is point guard, and that's what he played in Philly. He was their point
What?
guard.
I ain't noticed it because I didn't really watch him.
Now Ben
How
Simmons
did
he's
how did he
listed
do?
as a point guard.
How did he do
Do where
in
in Philly?
Philly?
I mean,
So
he was a
questionable.
Ben Simmons is a great player. Ben Simmons just don't shoot.
He did good when Joel Embiid wasn't there because he had the whole ramification of the floor. When Joel Embiid there, it cuts off some of his ramifications, so that render him slender in his skill set, and that's
I
why
mean,
Ben Simmons was frustrated a lot of times.
I ain't never
Ben,
noticed him at the point.
the team he's playing on right now is perfect for Ben. Ben ain't got to do nothing but rebound the ball and pass it. He don't even need to shoot. We
They
got
don't
more
want him to
than
shoot. You know that.
and now is when he's actually probably going to start shooting. You know how that
Yeah,
goes.
yeah.
You know how that goes.
If he shoot too much and miss, KD and Kyrie gonna give him a side eye.
No, if they fading off of Kyrie and KD, he gonna be getting all the shots.
Probably be bricking them, but
It ain't no such thing as fading off for KD. That's for sure.
I mean, double teaming. I mean, that's what I meant.
Oh,
He gonna be
nah,
getting the
man.
shot.
The Nets are good, bro. The Nets
KD can shoot over double team though. He can shoot over double team,
sure can.
and KD don't hold the ball long. See, that's another thing. You double team KD, he don't hold the ball long. Now you all out of position, and he could dump it or he just pull up and shoot. You ain't gonna block it. Now they got access at offensive rebounds because now your team done scrambled to try to double team one of the two. That's what makes
How
that
tall?
team dangerous.
How tall is Ben Simmons? 6'7",
6'7". Yeah.
point guard.
No, he's taller than
He-
6'7". Ben Simmons 6'10".
he's an oversized point guard, bro. Ever since he came in the league, Ben Simmons can handle the ball.
Yep.
He could
And
pass
he's
the ball.
fast. And he's fast. It's not like he's slow. Dude can run the court.
You said 6'11", Dex?
No, I think he's like 6'10", 6'9", 6'10".
I heard
Ugh.
6'10" before.
Damn, that boy is 6'11".
See?
Jesus
What?
Christ.
He's taller than what I thought. I thought he was at least 6'10", but that's close.
God damn. You a 6'11" point guard? That is wow.
That's
How
why
tall
I'm
was
telling you I don't see him playing no point.
Nah, he's listen to what I'm telling you. He's listed as a point guard. That is his
Always has been. He
position.
was drafted as a point guard.
Exactly. That's why you keep saying that. Don't make no sense. That's what he is.
Oh, that much.
That's crazy, bro.
And this is why so many people is down on Ben, because you
Yo.
have the gift that can't be given. You was born to be this tall. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't have to train to be this tall, because you can't teach height and you can't teach speed. You can enhance speed, but you can't teach it. So he got height, he got speed,
That's a mismatch on both ends of the court.
He just don't
but
got
that's
no
why
heart.
some people's disappointed with him.
That's to tell you, Dex, no matter how big you are, man, if you ain't got no heart, you a
That's the
small
key
little
right
man.
there. That's a strong word, heart.
You a
You need to go
small
see the
little man.
Wizard of Oz.
Well, we
Yo,
don't know. He could have been. He could have
Off
been
to
going through
see the
something.
wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Ben Simmons hasn't been shooting since Ben Simmons was playing overseas, man. Ben Simmons don't shoot. That's part of the reason why they put him at point guard too, because he can handle the ball. He's worthless anywhere else.
Hmm.
So off to
Yeah.
Miami. Did they do anything this offseason, guys, to give y'all
Not
any
yet.
inclination that they're gonna do anything more than what they did last year?
Not
Miami.
yet. Not yet.
Considering what they lost, did they get worse? Or are they
This
banking on Oladipo?
nah, it's still the same. The league got better. They stayed the same.
Well, they lost PJ Tucker.
PJ wasn't doing much though. He was just adding to the defense, but they still play good D without him. And PJ getting older too, man. PJ
I
getting
think
older.
Miami problem was they overpaid Duncan Robinson, and Pat Riley said enough is enough. Hold everything. We just brought in Kyle Lowry. He didn't do anything but just uh, put his big butt on people, and that didn't really work too because he's a little slower, so he couldn't even get it to the position to take charges. Is what is what he's known is what he's known for. So Pat was like, "Look, pump the brakes. We're not finna go overload spending on people just to come to South Beach. We need to get people who wants to come to South Beach, who's eager to come to South Beach, and when they do come to South Beach, they come to South Beach to play, not play."
Well, they did get Nikola, so that's a positive. I think the problem that they having is they got to choose between Max Strus and Duncan Robinson. That's the issue right there. Like Max Strus, he hits the shots. Duncan Robinson, he misses the shots.
But he got 90 million though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the
Pat
wrong
Riley
Making
person.
is
money.
like he's pulling the little hair he got left in his head. You can't
Yeah,
believe it. He was tricked. He was duped. He was bamboozled. He was
Yeah, I
led
think what happened
astray.
in Miami, guys, they strapped themselves with the contracts that they signed here recently. And then at the end of the season, they really couldn't do nothing but basically get off one of them without bringing anything else in. And it kept them where they are. I believe they're
nah,
banking on the defense from Spoelstra and running it back with an uptick from Oladipo. I think they're looking
nah,
for him to come up too.
what Pat Riley doing is he's calling all these boys into his office, all the ones who have not performed. He's definitely all right. First things first, he's waiting for next year, most likely, because he's gonna try to get one of those free agents. But besides that, he's calling all his boys into his office and he letting them know this is where y'all at. This is what's gonna happen. Y'all got to go out there and make it happen this year. And if you don't, heads will be rolled. That's Pat Riley 101, man. Pat Riley one of
Could
them
be.
patient. He's a patient
Yeah,
dude, man. He ain't
he
rushing.
got pieces. He got pieces he can move, I guess.
Yeah, he gonna chill out till next summer. I promise you that, man. Unless he see, because he didn't even go into the Kevin Durant situation. So the fact that he didn't even hear the Heat come
Nah,
up, and
dude, it ain't Kevin Durant. It's Brandon Ingram. That's what he's waiting on.
that's who you think he want. Uh,
Yep.
no, I'm
But
with
he's
you.
been shooting for him for a while. He ain't gonna get him though.
I don't, we don't know. You think Gail Benson finna spend a whole chunk of money on a team
No.
that only makes it to the second round at
Uh
best?
oh, y'all
All right,
putting up the bet.
whose contracts are coming up on the Pelicans?
Ingram contract is coming up again. You got CJ McCullough contract is coming up, and that's probably about it. Like the big boys, everybody else like the Jackson Hayes and all them type of dudes. I don't know what they're gonna do with them.
So they're gonna be looking at four max contracts on that team.
You know they're not gonna pay that. That's why I'm saying. That's why Miami is smart. They did not spend no money. They didn't go out being over lavish to try to spend money on wheelchair players. They waiting on that Brandon Ingram sweepstake. And Brandon Ingram, based on his spirituality, Miami is the best place for him.
He said spirituality. I heard that before. Yo, you're
Deck's been trying
funny.
that for a while. He's been
Yeah,
saying that one for.
Chris
Huh?
Middleton
Say
is
that again.
Chris.
There's something about his spirituality, what they do in
Yeah,
Miami.
yeah. Because listen, his spirituality tells him he's a chosen one. Okay,
Oh
he's
Lord.
amongst the chosen people, and they got a big community down there in South Beach, basically all over Florida. You follow what I'm saying? So he'd be right at home. The temple was right down this way from the damn stadium, so he'd be good. And he's donating money to the cause, so he'd be right there paying for Pat Riley, looking at a championship every season in his purview. Whereas in Pelicans, yeah, it's cool, it's quiet, he can be to himself. But now Brandon is ready to explode. He showed what he can do in a playoff situation. He showed what he can do when the minutes count. Every millisecond of his playoff experience, he was successful. So now, go ahead, Zion. You can have that. Go ahead, CJ. Y'all can have that. I'm out. I'm going to South Beach. I got a real
Not,
beautiful community awaiting me down there.
not if he
These
feels he can
people
win
will
the
heighten my
championship.
spirituality
Yo,
game for game. I don't have to make phone calls. I'm right in the
Not
midst
if
of
he
them.
win. Not if he feel he can win the championship.
yo. At the end of the day, those sound like words to bring Sky and Jessica up here.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Well, I think it might be past their bedtime. Jessica's tucked in. Sky, he can't be out too late. He got a curfew, so because he got to get his black ass to work in the morning.
He can talk all the shit he wants, is what he's trying to say, Ted.
So yeah, I'm kind of free. I'm kind of free right now.
They gonna play it back and come get you tomorrow. Nah, but
I don't think I don't think that's gonna happen either, Ted. I mean, I don't know if you do. I just don't see Ingram leaving New Orleans. They got a shot at a
um,
championship. If they keep their core together, they can win a championship down there. Why would he
No,
leave?
well,
no, they ain't winning no championship in New Orleans. Come on, man, don't do that.
Well, they could.
What core is better than Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, Drew Holiday, uh, Rajon Rondo, um,
who you
At least
talking
them
about?
put it.
Julius Randle. Julius
Talking about that
Randle.
old team. You talking about that old team? I mean, hey, they just didn't put it together. How far did they go?
Oh,
So I mean, how much
Dex.
talent do you need for crying
Nah,
out
De-
How
loud?
far did
Dex.
they go? I ain't saying how much you need. How far did they go when they had that team?
That roster that they got right now is way better than the roster you just called out, man. Way
Who
better.
roster is better?
This
The
one
roster
here.
that they have right now is better than the roster you just called out.
What? How can you
Ju-
say that?
Just the fact that you said what's his name from the Knicks is alone, that just scraps it all. That alone
From the
just scraps
Nets.
it.
From the Nets.
From the Knicks, you just said Julius Randle, bro. Like,
Yeah,
wah,
but
wah.
Julius Randle was playing like a beast.
Man, it don't matter how much he
How
play
you
like a
think he
beat.
got to New York?
I ask you
Because
again.
New York
How
dumb
far
as
did they
shit.
go? Yeah, and how far
He
did they
was playing
go?
so well, they paid him to come.
Ma-
And then when he came, he got most improved and was an all-star. What more can you ask?
But he's not leaving. He's not leaving. New Orleans Dex. You can forget that.
See how Dex
Don't
said the
say what he's not doing, please.
He ain't going nowhere.
If you're not in this circle, you can't say what he ain't gonna do.
Well, he ain't going nowhere this coming year. That's all that matters.
I
Oh
agree
Somebody
with
yeah,
else.
him.
no, yeah. They running this all the way out till the wheels fall off. But
Hell
after
So
yeah.
if
this
they
season, depending on where they go, if they don't
now
make it
you
to
can
the
say that.
Western Conference Finals,
You can
there's a
say that.
possibility Brandon Ingram could be out.
Now that's you can say it.
That
That's
make
better
that
said.
makes more sense.
Yeah, because you were just saying he gonna
That's
leave
what I was
regardless.
talking about. No. That's what I was talking about. That.
That's why I mentioned he has a chance to win a championship. I said not if they have a chance to win a championship. That's all I said.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood you, Marvin. But yeah, based on those facts, because that's always been rolling in my head since I've been talking this Brandon Ingram talk. Because Brandon Ingram is on the road to greatness.
I don't think he'll leave the team even if they don't get far. I think he knows a good core. He gonna stay
No,
if they
he
pay
out.
him.
No, Brandon out.
Nah,
He ain't playing.
I
He
tell
ain't
you
got
this
time for
much.
this.
He got to see where he
I ain't
fall
got
in.
no time for that.
He got to see where he fall in the pecking order this year. Just remember, man, it's the first time this team about to play together, man. No matter how
Yeah,
y'all look at it.
I mentioned
So
that. I don't think it's gonna be too big. I think Valanciunas gonna step back more than anybody, and that'll just be by design, basically.
get out
Everybody
the
else,
way. Zion
yeah,
gonna say, "Move, bitch.
have to
Get
stay
out the
a little bit
way."
further from the paint with Zion in the game anyway. So he's going to
They
get
don't
more
really
kick.
need Valanciunas. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, they do.
I think Valanciunas being there is somewhat of a mistake. I know
Nah,
he could shoot better from the outside than Steven Adams, but if I was a Pelicans, I would really be running Jackson Hayes.
nah, they need the big body, man. You bugging, bro. That weight counts. They need
Yes.
somebody
For
to
what?
absorb.
On defense?
Yeah, they need somebody to
Oh, okay,
absorb
on
that, bro.
defense. But they don't need him on offense.
Offensive rebounding too. I
Nah,
mean,
he
you
just
gotta
be
have one big
no,
body.
you can't. See,
He's
this
the
is what's
biggest on
wrong
the
with the
team.
Pelicans last season. You can't have Steven Adams clogging up the paint like hair in a drain when you have somebody as nimble as
Jackson
Zion
Hayes.
Williamson. No,
Oh,
Zion Williamson. See, Zion Williamson is very nimble, but he needs that paint to be clear. He needs Zion Williamson need defenders running at him, not him trying to jump over the defender because Steven Adams got his man close to the basket.
Well, that's where Valanciunas come in handy because he's a good mid-range
he can
shooter,
shoot.
and you can set him
Right.
up.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That part right there, yes. As long as Valanciunas can stay disciplined enough to stay in his pocket, of course, it's perfect.
Yeah. Well, his
Yeah,
low
But
but
post game
sometimes,
is
sometimes players want, they want to get into the mix of things.
nah, but at the same time though, you got to look at it, man. You got to run your team correctly. So it's based on the scheme that the opposite team is running. Your player becomes valuable. So if they run a
that's right.
small ball, it's a different story. But if the
Shout
team
out to
that you
Purple, baby.
if the team that you're playing against is
What up,
packing
Purple?
up the paint, you need that big body. Salute the purple, man. You already.
Yeah.
I mean, what Golden State? What big bodies on Golden State?
Oh, stop it.
Well, they
Golden
run a
State.
different offense.
Draymond, Wiseman,
They
and
run a
Draymond.
total. That motion
Wiseman ain't no
offense
Nah,
big
they
body.
run.
Wiseman's not a big body.
No,
We should
but
say
they
wide
run a motion.
body.
They run a motion
Instead,
offense where nobody's in one place for a long
Kevon Looney's
time.
really not a big body.
but he's big enough.
He's big enough. Okay,
He's
got
big enough,
Man,
and
Zion.
I got
you need somebody with size. Go ahead, purple.
No,
What you
I,
saying?
but y'all said it for me. They do need somebody because I don't know what other fours they got on their team that can stretch the floor, but they do need Valanciunas just for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure
they
do.
definitely need him. He's the biggest body on the team. You definitely need him.
Need that
But
big body.
what I would do, I would run Jackson Hayes with this squad.
Why he can't stretch the
Well,
floor?
you see, Dex want to run up and down the court. I see what he
Right,
does.
right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I want to do
But
because
he
But
they
you
have the
got
team
two
to
of them.
do that.
You keep Valanciunas,
You
you
got,
got both of them. You got the big
no, you can
body.
bring Valanciunas. You listen, you can bring Valanciunas. Of course, they're not going to do this. It's just me wishful thinking. Say, for instance, you bring Valanciunas off the bench. He buys into that. You start Jackson Hayes. You got runners, right? Because everybody can run. You got Herb, you got Bi, you got CJ, you got Zion, and you got Jackson. That's a track meet. You
Yeah,
bring in
but
Valanciunas to slow it down when the things get a little frenzied, a little hectic. Slow it down a little bit. Let Valanciunas do his thing with to some degree with the second team. Even if you take out CJ and you bring in Alvarado, that's still a track meet.
Yeah,
So you
but you
don't lose.
replenishing.
Go ahead.
You replenishing. I think you replenishing some of your rebounding if you get rid of Valanciunas. It's 11 a game.
But
You
when you're
missing
in a
that.
track meet, are you worried about rebounding?
Well,
yeah,
that's
you
what you're
got to
hoping
rebound
on.
the ball to start the break, Dex.
Yeah, that's what you're hoping on too. You're hoping they're gonna be hitting shots, and if they missing them, then what you do?
When you do a track meet, okay, teams get caught up, right? It doesn't matter. I mean, Jackson Hayes is what, 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot
I
maybe?
think yeah.
6'11".
And he's a leaper.
But his
Yeah,
So
rebound
he
is
Don't need
he's
two
he's
people.
he's a lob threat. That's for sure. But Jackson Hayes is a smart. I'm just saying like this: when the game becomes methodical, you're gonna need a
yeah,
big body to put down in
yeah.
that paint, man.
But I
Jackson
already said
Hayes,
that part already,
they're just
Ted.
gonna move. They're just gonna move. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I mean, consistently. I mean, he could change the starting lineup as he see fit. But certain
Yeah.
teams, for example, when you're playing Embiid, you can't put Jackson Hayes in there to start. What are you crazy? Embiid is just gonna move
Not
the ball
necessarily. Not
away.
necessarily.
All right, let me
If
hit
you
this,
can get
Dex.
okay, listen. We already know Joel Embiid is the behemoth of a human being. We know that already, right? We know he's a big body. Okay, you can sacrifice some of what Joel Embiid can do to you as far as
By running
punishment,
him.
but by running him, he ain't run a
I got
run. Joel Embiid gonna stopping at the 3-point line, putting up 3-pointers. Watch.
But
Hey,
the question we asking is, do you want to do that at the beginning of the game? You talking about starting him? I think you can do that. Sprinkle that in the middle of the game. It would
Yeah,
work. You're gonna start Vooch. I mean, I'm sorry. You're gonna start Valanciunas.
yeah,
I think you.
yeah. It don't make no sense to put him on the bench. They need
Yeah,
his three.
because he's more of a key to the starting role than he is off the bench. Now I believe he could help off the bench, but I believe you just sprinkle that in later in the game, and I believe it would work. Though I
Hold on one
understand what
second.
you're
We
saying.
got an issue. We got an issue going.
What?
here comes the music.
Please change the conversation down in the chat, please. Please change the conversation down in the chat. All right, go ahead.
He said, "I'll beat the TF out of you." What's going on down there, ladies and gentlemen? Oh
Yeah,
man,
they getting rowdy down in the chat.
it's
But
all
moving
right.
on, guys.
Let them
Moving
boys
on, guys.
live.
Got another enigma of a team. I wanted to see what we all thought about Minnesota, man, with this new look Minnesota Timberwolves lineup. What y'all think about them, man?
They'll be a good regular season team.
You think so?
Yep, they'll be a good. They'll be the new Utah Jazz.
Oh shit, she funny as hell.
Wow. I mean, why do you feel like that? I mean, you don't see no positive in that team nowhere,
It's
Purple?
not positive. It's just that they not gonna they not gonna go far.
I mean, so where
First,
you see their deficiencies? Where you see their deficiencies?
is first of all how they want somebody is going to have to take a hit in the scoring department. We know it's not going to be Anthony Edwards or Carl Anthony Towns. Is it going to be D'Angelo Russell? Rudy
Yeah,
Gobert, I don't think he's driven to play with a ball dominant guard. What's that man's name? Donovan Mitchell. So he'll be okay. He know how to function.
Okay.
I think at the end of the day, it's a good team, but that paint is gonna be clogged up. Rudy and this new dude, they're gonna have to figure out how to get it done because Carl Anthony Towns, he don't stay outside all the time, so they're gonna have to figure that out. To be honest with you, so at the end of the day, they're gonna have a little bit of confusion. They got to figure it out in practice. To be honest with you. D'Angelo Russell, hell yeah, you got to take a step back. He got to be willing to pass the ball a little bit more. And to be honest with you, with them getting them two big men down there, they turned into a half court team.
Yeah.
Straight up, it's half court or nothing for them. So good luck, especially if these boys supposed to get their minutes. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
they can. But you got half court players, though, right? Because Anthony Edwards, he's a good half court player. D'Lo can operate in the half court, and we already know what Big Cat can do, because Big Cat can go both ways. Either go down in the paint and put his little soft body on somebody, or he can jump out to the perimeter and do his thing from there. Because he claimed to be the best big man shooter of all time.
Yeah.
So Rudy Gobert, I guess he's just gonna. What are you gonna do? Roam 5 feet to the north, 5 feet to the south, 5 feet
athletic?
to the west, and 5 feet to the east. That's the
Do
only
y'all
thing I
think
can
he's
see from Rudy Gobert.
athletic?
look, man.
Well, I'll tell you what I see in this team, guys. What you guys seeing somebody having to take a step down offensively, I don't think so. They didn't add a score. They added a rebounding and a defender. I think they're going to be even more freer. They're going to get more shots at the basket. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be great, but I think they'll be even freer to take these shots because I don't see Rudy. He doesn't demand shots. He gets more offensive rebounds, putbacks, stuff like that.
What
Not very many offensive plays ran for him. So I'm not saying they're going to be great guys, but I'm just saying I don't see a deficiency in the offensive side of them for bringing on Rudy. Now, where I do see a little bit of deficiencies in their bench because they lost damn near their whole bench. And probably 3 of us can't even call 2 players off the bench.
Yep, and
So I do.
Is
Naz Reid and Jaden McDaniels.
I mean, but
Cold too.
that's about it. They got rid of everybody else. So, I mean, I
They
guess
got
this
Austin Rivers too.
Yeah, to me, this team goes as far as they, because I think they got a solid starting 5. If they can bring some people in to keep the game maintained, I think they they'd be decent. I don't see how far they can go though. But
I see
I
I
mean,
see Rudy and Carl gonna start, but one of them gonna sit real quick.
Yep, and it's gonna be Rudy, which is tough.
One of them gonna sit real quick.
It's gonna
They're
be
It's
gonna
definitely not gonna be Cat.
they're gonna get a lot of rebounds. I promise you
yeah,
that.
Cat. Yeah,
They
that's what I'm
probably gonna
saying. How about extra shot attempts? That's what I'm talking about.
they gonna get a lot of rebounds.
or,
That paint.
okay.
Go ahead.
Let me see the division they in. Oh, because I want to know what division. Where they at?
They are
Mm.
in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. So the best big man in their division is Jokic. So they'll be all right. Cause don't nobody else got to. So yeah, they'll out rebound a lot of teams. But
yeah.
to what when teams like Golden State is to me they still small. They're like he was saying, Ted was saying they gonna have to
Who's
take really
small? Who's small?
uh
Golden State.
yeah.
Okay.
The
All right.
Clippers are small. I would say like the Pelicans can play big, but I prefer them to play small. But like they're going to have to take him out. So yeah, they gonna out rebound teams that got that same size or guys that can guard that size. But mostly, a lot of these teams are small, so they gonna have to take. How useful is Gobert going to be really?
Yeah, and that's what I want to get back to is the state of the fact is while the starters are on the floor, they're gonna rebound well, but they can't play the whole game. And who do they have on their bench? I believe that's where the deficiencies more than anything is.
Well, you see, that's what I was saying though. They both, you see, as long as one of them is on the floor, you all right.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about both of them being on the floor is gonna be a problem for a long, consistent point of time. But if one of them sits down early and you got one on, and then that one comes off and the next one comes on, if you
Yeah,
see,
they can
it's all,
maintain.
hell yeah,
Yeah.
it's all about system. If they can figure out a decent system to run, they all good, man. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, that paint will be protected.
yeah. Of course, we know that, but it's
Uh,
just like to me, I'm like looking back at this trade and saying I don't think they should have done it.
Who's a
Yeah.
point guard?
Huh?
D'Lo, right?
yeah.
D'Lo's
D'Lo.
a
Yeah.
Yeah.
point guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you don't think D'Lo can catch fire? You think he's done?
No.
Nah, D'Lo official. You bugging. D'Lo
No,
on
D'Lo
point.
averaged decent points last year.
But what I'm trying to say is D'Angelo Russell, he honestly has to be willing to take a step back to Anthony Edwards. It's just the reason why
Oh,
I'm saying that is because Anthony Edwards, he could affect the game like in terms of winning if he takes a little bit of a step back. Because put it like this, D'Angelo Russell could do what Edwards can, but Edwards cannot do what D'Angelo Russell could do. So D'Angelo Russell could score the ball and he could also assist. What I'm trying to say is if you just pay attention to the point guard position a little bit more and step back from scoring, then he's gonna help the team out a whole lot more because you're gonna
Right.
put that they're gonna put their defensive focus on Edwards. And it's gonna actually open up the game for D'Angelo a little bit more when he once
Yep.
Edwards starts getting doubled up.
Right.
Because you know he
Right.
could come in and do both sides.
But
Right.
can you double? I mean, can you actually double Edwards on a team like this?
That man start
Yes.
going crazy. That
Yes.
man, I'm
Yes. You can.
sorry.
I mean, they
Anthony
got a
Edwards
couple of
is a
shooters on the
problem.
team. They got shooters on the team. It wouldn't be wise to double team him.
Who's the shooter?
You got Big Cat and D'Lo shoot.
Big Cat, yeah,
True.
both of them can shoot.
Austin Rivers
I
is over
mean,
there
yeah, they can
also.
shoot, but at what effectiveness is it to the game though?
At
Like,
what clip?
Oh,
They score.
Big Cat. Listen, Big Cat gonna be so relaxed. Trust me.
Yeah, he
I
don't got
don't
to
think
go
it's
down
gonna
there
be
like that.
beneficial. He gonna want to go back in that paint real quick because it's not gonna be beneficial for him to play out on that wing when he's
But
got to
he
go.
can though. But it's up to him. You know what I mean? Because he got flexiology. For the simple fact is that he could do both, and he could do both very well.
And
Right.
that goes back to the same thing Ted
Take
was saying,
Davis.
just mix and match one of them in the game at a time.
I take Davis and Giannis over the both over him.
I
Davis
mean,
and
Purple Baby.
Giannis.
Come on. I mean, come on, Purple Baby.
I'm
You're
not
gonna make me
saying
play
Carl
some music.
Towns ain't a good player. I just don't believe. One thing you should never do is don't play outside of your style, and you got to know when you just had a good year at doing something.
Okay, hold on right there. Hold on right there. Let's chop that up. Who are you referring to, and what style are you talking about?
Sounds like I just think he's setting himself up to think, oh, I'm gonna
And
stand
he's
on
gonna
my
be a
perimeter.
wing player.
Yeah, and B, that's a bad mistake, man.
I had doubts about that at the beginning also. But my doubts were more on his defensive stand, how he's going to be able to cover. But go ahead, Purple.
I mean, and that too, because you got to understand, Draymond is what 6'7", but he plays bigger than what he is. That ain't nothing to really cover defensively. I think on Denver, what's the name of be playing the four? Gordon. You ain't got to worry
Gordon.
about him. You know that's an easy assignment. You know, but I would say
I
Gordon.
don't think this year will be. I don't think this year gonna be
No,
an easy
no,
assignment for that.
no. Gordon is what he is. Aaron
He was
Gordon
the
is.
second leading scorer on that team, correct?
He won't be this year. This coming
I
into this.
know, but listen though, I was a second leading scorer on a team that hosted the NBA MVP, right? So now when we get the new players coming, basically two new players, that's how it's going to be because they ain't played in a while. So they're going to be like two new players.
They are.
KPJ, if healthy, monster, and Jamal Murray, if healthy, a problem. So Aaron Gordon can basically freely kind of
Freelance.
roam and get to his spots.
You must didn't watch him in Orlando, Dick.
I did watch him in Orlando.
I
He
like
was
Aaron Gordon.
a dunker.
This
He's
is what I'm saying.
bro.
When I say spots, hold on one second, Purple Baby. Maybe I should be a little more clear. So that's my bad. What I mean by spots, get into the spots where he can be effective. Not like be on a 3-point line and all that type of stuff. Even though he did shoot some more threes this last season than he probably ever had probably in his career. But what I'm saying is that get into your spots where you're effective, where you can be dominant, and where you can help the team, and you don't be a congestion to anybody else. That's what I'm talking about freelance. Not that he can just be anywhere and just do anything. No. I already know his offensive package is very shallow. You follow what I'm saying? But by him being a dunker, he's going to get a lot of back doors, especially with Jamal Murray and KPJ. You already know what Jokic is going to do with him. You follow what I'm saying? A lot of pick and roll alley oops. It's could get ugly with Denver.
Hey,
That's all I'm saying.
I'll tell you who's gonna give him a problem if he's back healthy, and he's gonna be a little bit confused because if Michael Porter Jr. comes back and he's balling, like, trust me, Aaron Gordon gonna fall somewhere. I ain't gonna say to the wayside, but
No,
don't
he's
forget.
playing power. He's playing power forward.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
played. They played on the starting lineup together.
Right.
yep.
Yeah, he played
You
power
talking
forward
about?
and KPJ plays small forward.
Yeah.
Nah,
'Cause that's
nah,
what
I'm
it-
talking about Michael Porter Jr.
yeah, that's
He's
what
a
that
shooting guard,
means.
isn't he? Isn't he the shooting guard?
No, he's a
He's
small
small
forward.
forward.
Oh, he's small. Oh, he's
And
small for it. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Aaron
Aaron.
would still be on the court
He played
Yeah,
the
because
power.
Aaron playing power forward.
yeah.
All right, okay,
Yeah.
I
I hear
just
ya.
wish
And then
he
you
had
got
love.
Jokic and you got
Yeah.
Jamal Murray.
Blessings to him. Because this is, oh my Lord. He's not going to want to do that the whole season.
Who? Aaron?
No, Carl Anthony Towns. Because it's not as easy to play in the paint as a power forward and then go out on the wing and be able to do. It's not
He could be
easy.
like the Karl Malone.
He said, "Call Malone."
But how's his foot speed?
Flat-footed Towns. Towns flat-footed like a
I
monk.
don't think I got no foot
He
speed.
he goes through his
That's
progression.
good.
That's
This
the
is
kind of
something.
player he is.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's gonna depend a lot on his backup defense. So whoever's behind him playing
Rudy.
defense,
Rudy
well,
gonna be out of breath.
well, Rudy's gonna be at the paint. That's gonna be the last line of defense. But I'm talking about whoever gets around
Whoever
him
the
first.
king is.
Yeah, he's gonna be hoping for one of them to at least slow up whoever's coming, and he's gonna come from the back and swat they shit. Get that shit. They can make it happen, man. I'm trying to tell you. I'm just the most that could happen is they could get ran off the court. That's what I'm talking about. But they do have artillery, man. I
Yeah.
mean,
Definitely got artillery.
they have artillery, man.
And they
Yeah.
got rebounding.
I don't think.
And you
Okay.
can go a long way with rebounding,
I don't
especially
think
if
it's
it's
gonna be what you
offensively.
think it is.
Well,
Now,
I
Well,
feel
it's
they
never
don't
easy
rebound.
as you think it is.
Carl know what he doing. I'll be honest with you. That same move that Carl just did is what the Lakers would have really wanted, I mean, Rudy playing for the Lakers right now would have helped out Anthony Davis a little
Yes.
bit more. And I agree with her in terms of Anthony Davis would be more effective in a system like that with another big man because Anthony Davis,
They won a championship like that.
well, not only that, the role that Carl wants to play with all the, I hate the fact that I don't like bigs who do this, but the so-called role that Carl wants to play, Anthony Davis actually plays that role better.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's my problem. Like I just don't.
Yeah,
Giannis
I
is
mean,
a
go ahead.
no. I was just that to say, Giannis. I'm not for sure, but I think he might play two positions, which is the three and the four. But he mostly plays the three. To me, Giannis.
Giannis, Giannis plays the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5,
I
and the
mean,
1.
Sometime the
you
one.
know what I
Sometimes
mean.
the
You
one,
know what
Giannis
I
all
mean.
over
Don't
the
play
court.
with me. You
Nah,
know,
I'm with
you
you.
know
You
exactly what I mean.
you
Uh,
good?
but no, I think he just like Ben Simmons. I think they need to stay in the front court. And but the issue with Giannis is he's good, close to the paint and everywhere else. He just don't have a 3-point shot, and I'm fine with that. But I need him. Like it's hard to explain. Like you have to watch. Like
Well,
I
Nah,
Purdy, to that was one of his deficiencies. Big cats down low on the defensive end. They try to move him out to free him up a little bit, but they unconcerned about his foot speed. And I guess we all can say that
yeah,
should be concerning because his foot speed is not what it doesn't look like. He looks more flat-footed and than
yeah,
anything. But
facts.
with them having Rudy, they figure he can clean up a lot of things. Now
yeah.
you go to the other end of the floor. Is he a mismatch against other power forwards on that end? See,
Well,
now you change things change.
It depends on his game.
well, when you go to the, go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, and again, how good of a defender you have some pretty solid defenders at that four spot.
But
You know,
Cat gonna be Cat when they come to scoring. You know that. Go ahead, Ted.
yeah,
Nah, Cat can shoot, bro. I ain't gonna hold
That's
you,
right.
man. That boy
That's what
can
I'm
shoot.
saying.
He could, and that's what he really wants to do. So at the end of the day, when you get back to the other side of the floor, he's not gonna go in the paint anyway.
No,
You understand? He's gonna swing over to that corner three. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna spread the floor. Rudy gonna go down there and throw his big body out and say, "Pass me the ball." Now, what happens after that, I don't know. But like I said, they got artillery, so it on the offensive side, they're actually very dangerous, man. But in a whole in a half court offense, in one of those methodical offenses. But that
and with them being a promising rebounding team, it kind of solidifies their defense. If you can rebound the ball, you become a better defensive club. So, and they should be able to rebound the ball. They should.
oh, should they? They more than should. But that's why I say
but
D'Lo is so.
yeah,
That's
go ahead.
nah. That's why I say D'Lo is so important because D'Lo could actually be the main effect of that team, meaning that they're gonna get rebounds, but D'Lo has that sensibility. He knows how to run an offense. See, all the years they've been playing, he could just get buckets because you understand they wasn't really playing for much. You understand? But right about now, they got a team that actually play for something. So he needs to just put his mindset in a position where, all right, let me run this offense.
He
Meaning
need to
like
play some he need to play some Lonzo ball, huh?
um not
Who?
the way Lonzo been playing it, but I'll give you a good. He needs to play some what's his name, Chris Paul kind of ball. He needs to put everybody in their position and get them the ball. That's what he needs to do. You understand? And if he could do that for them, Anthony Edwards would take off. All-star year for that boy.
Yeah, I think with the extra shots, they're gonna be a problem too.
I'm trying
Because
to
I
tell you,
know they're gonna rebound the ball. They're gonna
Anthony
rebound the ball.
Anthony Edwards is a problem, man. I don't know. He's a mini LeBron James with a better shot, man. People just don't understand. This kid he's a freaking problem, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people see it yet, but he's strong. That's number one. He can shoot. That's number two. And he got that old school methodical game. At the same time, he's still packed with the new school. Like the boy, you just gotta D'Angelo gotta let him loose, man. Let that boy go, man. I'm trying to tell you. Because he's a
Mm.
problem. He got a little MJ in him to me too. Not a lot, You understand? But in terms of having that power to get it to the basket, you know what I'm saying? Know how to manipulate his defender, things of that nature. He could really create a disadvantage for the other team. You understand? That's I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yeah.
He's one of them people that the minute you cross half court, you might have to worry about him. Where is he? Where is he? You understand?
Mm,
And more
yeah.
importantly, ISO situation, man, boy's a problem.
Yeah. Another team, man, out of the East. One team that always, I don't know why I don't know if they get enough credit or if they're not. People don't look at them as being a threat. Toronto Raptors, man, is that team lacking pieces, or are they just basically spinning their wheels?
Uh, you could take that purple. Dex,
I
you on that
mean,
or Dex, whoever.
um,
The
it's not
Raptors. The
lacking.
Raptors, it's a funny team to me. That's why I asked about them.
I mean, to me, it's like, how can I respectfully put this? They've
Yeah, I
always
mean,
been in a space where they've had talented players, going back when to Vince Carter and them and Chris Bosh, but they have never been able to maintain them. So they get them developed, and then sometimes those players go elsewhere. But here of late, they have traded their talent as they should have. I just think they're good at just doing like scouting and stuff like that. They're like Miami Heat. They're a lesser version of the Miami Heat, basically. So
that's a
they
good
That's a
all,
analogy.
that's a beautiful take.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
yeah, they'll be all right. They'll be in. I don't know why people. I know why, because I think when they look at the roster, nothing stands out, and I understand that they see a whole bunch of guys that can be very impactful on other teams as playoff teams or whatever, or a team that's just missing one piece, and so they're like, oh well, Toronto's gonna miss the playoffs. No, as well coached as this team is, they're not missing. Like
Are they
they're
missing? Are they missing a big man?
Of course, definitely, definitely. And I was disappointed that they did not fix that via the draft nor free agency, but I'm figuring out that they might have something in store. They might have something in store that we don't know about, because they're able to put things together that you be like, how did they get that? And what, or they'll go sign somebody and you be like, why did they do that for? But yeah,
Yeah,
like,
because Boucher. That's not enough, is it?
Yo, I'm glad you said that. But he a power forward. But salute to that boy for his name, man. That boy name is Bobby Bou. It's actually Chris, but they call him Bobby Boucher, bro.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
nice
they
name.
run him at that center position damn near all the time. That's why I'm asking. Because I was
Yeah.
thinking, man, this team here is a man. I'm telling you, if they had a dominant big man, this team would be dangerous
yes, yep, I agree.
because they can defend and
But
they're all long.
yes, it's a team full of wings. That's what I say.
Well, my take on them is at the end of the day, they one of those teams. You see, I like teams like this because see what it is about people, and that's why that front office is so beautiful. Unlike the Knicks, yes, I said it. You know what I'm saying? You see, now you got teams that know how to rebuild. You know, it's
Yep.
like they know how to rebuild, but they don't look like they're rebuilding.
Yeah.
You
Because they're
understand?
still
And
competing.
right, and that's what Miami does. That's what
Yep.
Toronto does. That's what the Knicks don't do. So at the
Yeah.
end of the
Well,
day, just remember the
Oh
Raptors
my
just got
God, please don't get on the Knicks.
nah,
we're
it's all
not.
good.
We're not.
Nah, we're moving forward. Just using them as an example. But if you notice, the Raptors just got rid of Kyle Lowry. They got rid of homeboy that went over to the LA Clippers. Somebody help me out. Kawhi Leonard.
You talking about? Yeah.
They,
Damn, I can't never remember that boy's name.
nah, but
He
just
was good
remember,
though. I liked him.
nah, but look who's gone. Listen to
But they
this,
didn't
and
get
this
rid of him. He left.
no understandable. But is
What's his
there
name? Dex? What's his name?
Kawhi Leonard? I said it.
No. But they got rid of somebody else too. Who went over
No,
there?
you talking about DeMar
Damn.
DeRozan?
No. Who went to the Clippers? He's
Oh,
on the Clippers
well,
now.
nah, but it's all
That's all
good.
right. Go ahead.
But my take is this: look at the level of players that you just got rid of, or just moved on, whichever way
I
you want to
think he's
look at
talking
it.
about Powell.
Yeah, Powell, Norman Powell.
No foul. Okay, so basically, Kawhi left. You understand? Kyle Lowry's going. and DeMar DeRozan is gone, and this team is still competitive. And honestly, look at the names that just left, and look at how
Yeah.
they affect the team, and yet this team is still impactful. So with that being said, kudos to them, man. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
but a person who's gonna take a huge leap this year is that new boy that just came in, man. Scotty Barnes.
Yeah.
Scotty Barnes, yeah, he rookie of
Yeah.
the year.
Yeah. He's got some hell of a potential. What you think about them on Dex, Toronto?
I just think that's a gateway for Africans to get into the NBA.
I
Lord have
thought
mercy. Man. I don't know why
I
I
thought
asked you.
I thought he
Shit.
was about to say get into the US. I'm like, yo, he's
Damn.
funny as shit.
Damn. Well, this boy come up with all kind of shit.
Can't wait to
Oh,
get into the
Lord have mercy.
US. I thought he was
Lord.
gonna say the US, bro.
He
Yo,
said
I
the
just
NBA.
can't.
I
I
guess they could be
can't.
considered a good take, you know. So
I
you don't see the
can't.
team doing nothing obvious. You just think the Africans coming in behind them.
Nah, they gonna
Okay.
cook,
Yeah.
bro. They gonna cook.
Yeah, but they not ready for the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, championship game yet.
Are
They
they missing a
at
big man?
best depending on their seeding, they could get a first round victory, depending on if they 4 or 5 seed or something to that nature. But outside of that, they're nowhere near the upper tier of the Eastern Conference with the Boston's. I'm talking about no injuries or nothing like that, just health on health. With the you already seen what the Sixers did to them. They just basically dismantled them. Um, what's the other
That's why
one?
I asked. Are they missing a
Milwaukee,
big man? That's why I asked. Are they
Milwaukee.
missing a big man? That's why I asked.
I can say this right here is that
Damn.
their big man is okay. He's
Boucher?
serviceable. Yeah, he's serviceable.
No,
And
they need a heavy big man.
He'd be more impactful at his actual position though.
Yep, he sure
Yeah.
But
would.
but he does
Doesn't he
what he
shoot the
can.
three pretty good? Does he shoot the three pretty good?
Yeah, he can shoot. Pascal is the I don't know, man. Pascal Siakam is the one person that I feel like he should be doing a little bit more than he does.
I agree. He,
He
like you
does
said,
quite a bit.
he carries him to certain points in the regular season,
He takes a
but
lot
then
of
when he got
damn
into the
shots, that's for
playoffs,
sure.
yeah, when he got into the playoffs, the Sixers just had his number. I mean,
I mean,
Yeah.
they just didn't have enough size. They got out rebounded in that series.
Nah, but Pascal is a big dude, bro. I mean,
Yeah. Do
he,
y'all think his game is a bit dated though? That it's not meant for like the
today's
era?
NBA.
Yeah.
Nah, I won't say that. I just think he gotta. I think he loses it mentally, bro. Like
Yeah.
I think after he misses a few shots, he starts jumbling up himself in his brain. Or after he makes a couple mistakes, he starts to lose himself a little bit. That's what it looks like to me.
that's probably so because they pinged him as the face of the franchise, but then of course Van Fleet kind of like took over that because Siakam had a couple of injuries
Mm-hmm.
that gave him a setback. But they really wanted Siakam to be, their Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah,
and
he's
he have yet to fulfill that
Yeah.
status.
well. I'll be honest
Well,
with you.
guys,
With all the now, let me just say
go
this.
ahead. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, yeah. When it comes to Siakam, though, but I just, with all the respect, I just think he's not built for that number one spot.
Of course
I,
he's not. He's
I
not.
just, I don't think
Yeah,
so. Like
he's more suited for a 2 or 3, I think. I would think. Well, the question I have
nah,
for you
because
guys is this: are they going to move on Gary Trent Jr. or are they going to keep him?
They gonna keep him.
I like him.
Cause
I
um,
mean, I mean,
he's
but it seemed like they got a lot of Gary Trent Juniors on that team.
yeah, I said that. They trying to if Siakam wasn't making so much, Siakam would have been gone.
you funny.
And Anobi, he just got to be healthy for them to move on from. They want to move on from them, but they're
Well,
very patient and they're not going to rush. Just because they want to get rid of them, they're
Them some
very.
good trade pieces. Them some damn good trade pieces.
I
nah,
know.
well,
Yeah,
you, well, the person,
I don't know if they just want to swing away all that African talent
yeah, they gonna move
There
him
you go.
eventually.
because they're mad. See, one thing about the African players, they're manageable. they're way more manageable than U.S. born black players.
Oh my God.
And when
Yeah,
you
but
and when you have Missouri Masai up there, he's a control freak. So this is one reason why Kawhi, like, what, I got the championship, but I'm out. You know what I mean?
nah, Kawhi was leaving regardless.
Thank you.
He was leaving regardless.
He got to get double tax. He got to get that Canadian tax and that U.S. tax. I would have left too. You already
Mm,
taxed money.
but
Well, you
Pascal,
know
when it
what,
comes to
Purple?
It didn't stop Kyle
Go ahead.
Lowry
Go
from
ahead.
being up there for 15 years.
Well,
you stupid.
Go ahead, Ted. Go ahead, Ted.
No, I was gonna say when it comes to Pascal, though, there's a good chance he will get moved because one player that will take his position is Scotty Barnes, man.
yep. And it's
Scotty
smarter.
Barnes has that mental fortitude, bro. Scotty Barnes
No,
don't play
no,
no games.
I don't see that. You
Woo!
losing. You already hurting on height and rebound, and you gonna get rid of Pascal Siakam and use
Yeah,
Nah,
Scotty Barnes there? What are you
man, you're
bringing
gonna get
back?
rid
You
of
better bring some back.
exactly.
I know. That's why I said they got to
That's
be
the
paid.
point,
They got to be paid.
You got to make sure you bring some back that's equivalent. All I'm saying.
man.
They
You can
might
get
move.
rid of.
That'll be
Yeah,
the thing.
they could
I
get
think
Pascal.
Siakam, and I think Pascal will bring some nice back. I mean, what y'all
You
think you
damn
can
right.
get back?
A
What they gonna look
serviceable, a
like? And
serviceable.
Purple Baby has. They gonna look for draft
I'm just waiting for
Siakam.
Pascal
Siakam.
Siakam to go to center court and say, "I'm so lonely.
There
I'm
we
so
go.
lonely."
Hey, man, listen
And
to
Ted,
me.
you better be
Could
sure he's African because I don't think he is.
I tell y'all something? Pascal Siakam on the Golden State Warriors would be a goddamn problem.
Boy, please.
He
Damn.
what? That boy
That'd
would
be
be
cold blooded.
that boy would be a goddamn problem. So y'all be
Yes, he
careful, man.
would.
Y'all be
I
careful.
just don't see him. I mean, his contract is
What
the only
about
thing of
What
keeping
about
him.
Siakam that stands up, raises his hands up, and say,
Oh no. Play the music.
Come on, Dex.
Play the music.
"No, I'm just saying. I mean, the guy looked like Akon shit. I
A
thought,
wee move it, a wee move it, a wee move it. That's what you're
I've
about to.
been locked up.
Oh, hey man, you know who you're gonna get on here.
Don't you see? Don't he
Don't
look like Akon?
Ba-
He looked like a 6'7" Akon.
Bailey's gonna come get you.
No, he's from
He ain't no
Nigeria.
6'7". Pascal Siakam damn near 6'10". He more than 6'7", bro.
I thought he was around 6'7",
That's,
6'8".
He's 6'7".
no, he's a big boy, man.
Yeah.
He's 6'8", with a wingspan about 7'11", African ass.
You know.
Hey yo, what
Moving
if
on, guys. Moving on.
what
I'm
if
so
now hold on.
lonely.
What if Pascal Siakam was traded for that young boy on the Golden State Warriors, man? What's his name?
Wiggins.
Who?
Wiggins.
Nah,
You
she
talking
about to say it. She about to say it. I know she
oh
will.
my God.
Say it for me.
Oh,
Who
Jonathan
you talking
Kuminga.
about?
Nope.
Kaminga.
No, not Kuminga. The
What?
other young boy. The rookie from last
The
year or the year
rookie?
before.
Oh,
Yeah.
Poole. Jordan
No,
Poole.
keep
He's not
going.
no rookie. Jordan Poole ain't no rookie.
No,
Damn, why his name can't? The one that came
Simmons.
from Memphis, man,
The rookie from Memphis.
with Penny Hardaway. Isn't it Memphis that Penny
Oh, you
coaches?
talking about Wiseman?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would
I
be
can
a
Why?
see
damn
that.
good
Why?
trade for both
Yeah, I
teams.
can see that happening.
That would be a damn
Shit,
good
they ain't
trade
gonna
for
do
both
that.
He's not making the
Don't nobody
money.
trust
You gotta
Wiseman.
move
Man. They
somebody
don't
with
nobody
the money.
trust Wiseman, so that'd be a tough trade to make.
Nobody trusts Wiseman. Why you say
But you
nobody
said
trusts
rookie
Wiseman?
though. Wiseman's not no rookie, man.
No, I said the rookie from last year or the year before.
Oh,
Yeah,
So
he was
that's
talking
okay.
about Wiseman.
why you
I
say
say
that?
that.
think
I
because
say that
Kuminga
because
Kuminga
his
was a
injury
rookie
history.
last season.
Because his
No,
injury history.
bro.
That's why I say that.
But
Ted.
Ted,
Don't nobody running.
he's
I
not
mean,
making
that's a gamble. You don't know what he's
he,
gonna do. He hadn't shown anything.
Man, here y'all
I
go
mean,
with this
Yes.
injury
Wiseman
thing
ain't making
again.
no money, so you got to send
I
Wiggins
mean, but
back.
he ain't showed nothing, Ted. I mean, what can he do? I don't even know how many points and rebounds he averaged because I haven't seen him play.
I hear you,
It's
You talking
just
about
a
man.
chance
Wiseman?
in taking it. Yeah,
Wiseman
Wiseman.
is a
Listen,
You haven't seen, you barely
I
seen.
tried to talk to Wiseman.
Oh no, we heard the story. I heard it. I know I heard
Oh,
it. I don't
okay.
know if it was the playback or what it was, but I heard it. I heard the
Okay.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
This for the
refused
newcomers.
his interview.
I heard the story.
Yeah, he
So,
sure did. That guy, he
So,
I don't know what's wrong
but
with
Dex,
him.
does that translate to the floor? Now, only reason I'm saying this is because of his injuries, and I'm not bringing that up for no reason, Ted. I'm saying it because I ain't seen him play. I ain't seen him on the
Nah,
court.
but I'm
So
saying you barely seen Zion neither. I mean, it happens,
Yeah,
man.
we
We
seen
can't.
Zion
played
play.
more than him. Zion
All right,
played
I
way more than
got
him.
you, but I don't think y'all should just come to a conclusion on a player based on the fact that he got injured. Injuries happen. What does that mean? That he can't play ball
But
anymore?
But what I'm
but you
saying
talking
is
about
this right
giving him
here.
up? You talking about giving him up
His
for Pascal
position.
Siakam though?
No, what I'm saying is, I mean, for is first of all, it's a hoop dream because she just said that it wouldn't make sense based on the money. But what I'm trying to say is based on what I do know about the player. Forget the injury, how I do it because I have seen him play. Maybe not a lot in the
Oh,
NBA, but based on what I know from how he plays and how he would fit into that system, and we was just saying that they need a big
Yeah, if
man.
you saw him play a lot, it was in high school because he didn't play a lot in college either.
Hey, but as a big man, that's the main reason why I said it. Main reason why I said it, y'all come with a bunch of nuances, but the main reason why I said it is because in the beginning we said the Raptors would need a big man, and I'm
oh,
just
okay.
thinking,
I see what
and I'm
you're saying.
saying with Siakam playing a KD position on Golden State, Siakam would look pretty good over there,
Oh
and
yeah.
Wiseman would look
Yeah.
pretty good as a big man over here. That's all I was saying.
Oh,
Mm.
but yeah. See, the only reason I was down is because I didn't want to give Siakam up for him. I didn't know you just meant just a swap. But yeah, he would though.
No, I'm just saying how it would look. Let's say 2K trade, a 2K trade. That way we eliminate injuries. A
Yeah, if
2K23 trade.
he's healthy,
Yeah.
yeah, he could be something. You're right. I mean, it would help the team a lot. But I think it would be best to even keep Siakam there if you could get him. He would be even
No,
better.
you trade Wiseman for LaMelo Ball. How's that work?
Oh, you're sick.
Shit, there you go. See there.
2K trade.
2K trade. I
Ain't even gonna go
love
through.
you're sick. That trade, even that trade, thank you, Marvin.
That
Even
trade
on
ain't gonna
2K,
go
that
through.
trade ain't going through, bro. They gonna block that. Shit.
You say
The
even on 2K they block it.
yeah, the algorithm gonna block that, man. You
Yeah.
wow.
All right, guys. I
Algorithm,
know
excuse me.
flight finna cut us down, so I'm gonna do one more. LA Clippers. Dex, I want your take on the Clippers because I know this ain't no hate
How many
mail.
times you want my take on the Flippers?
The
They ain't doing
Yeah,
nothing.
flippers.
I got different takes on the Clippers.
They're
I
not
like to hear
doing
from
nothing
them.
until they move into their own stadium.
What you saying? They logo should be a dolphin?
Yep. Yep.
The
That's all they are,
flippers.
Flippers.
The
Why you think they
flippers.
can't play well in that other stadium? That's not going to diminish the fact of the players
They
on the
their
team.
name off of a
The,
boat, a product of a boat, a clipper.
the
That wouldn't
clipper.
be hating, or would it be? Would it, Dex? That's not you
They
hating on the.
always sink.
Hey,
See,
well, I thought. Oh, that's what clippers mean. I thought clippers was like a barbershop or something. You know when you use clip.
No, no,
Oh,
like the rudder, like the thing on the boat.
oh,
It's a clipper. They were San
historical
Diego
decks.
Clippers. Down there with all the yachts and shit.
Gotcha. Historical
so
decks on
that's
deck.
so Dex take on the Clippers is just ain't gonna be shit. So Ted, give me yours. What the hell?
Exactly, Marvin. That's as sick as I could be.
Yeah, he don't
Uh,
even like to talk about them.
the Clippers.
Yeah,
Now the
How you
Clippers.
talk about a team that raised a banner because they
The
won
Clippers.
a division?
Dex, quit hating.
The Clippers are the equivalent to the Nets. They just in a harder conference. Um, but at the end of the day, they supposed to come in and do what they got to do. They're a little bit small in the middle, but hey man,
Damn, pause. Hell, what do you mean?
what?
You
It's
hear what you
small
just
in the
said?
middle. What? They're
Yeah,
small in the middle?
yeah,
Nah, that's
pause.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna let you judge that. But
Okay,
I'm gonna leave that.
pause.
I'm gonna leave that one right there. But nah, what I'm saying is they got a L roster though. They got a roster that should make it happen. Um, at the end of the day, they have chemistry to a certain degree.
From a guy who don't like the Lakers. Yeah, I hear you.
Nah, I
Mm,
don't hate the Lakers. I don't like LeBron. Let me just be
okay.
clear. Like I don't got no problem with the Lakers, man. I just don't like LeBron, bro. But moving on, and he's on the Lakers, so I love me some Genie Bus though. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So,
But anyway,
Oh my God, look at this guy.
I'm sorry. I'm
So
sorry.
Dex,
salacious.
Dex, you mad because he
So
love him because you love
salacious.
him.
I love me some Genie Bus.
You hear
He
that?
But
talks
You hear me?
salacious.
You hear me? You hear me, Ted? Dex mad at you because he love her too. That's all it is.
Man, listen, man. We'll leave that right there. But anyway, the Clippers are an awesome team, in my opinion. John Wall addition should help them out a little bit because at the end of the day, Kawhi Leonard is gonna want to hit the bench a lot, so that's gonna help them out in that position. They got a decent coach. He a championship winning coach, so he should know what to do. He
I
got a
like
hell of a roster.
Toronto.
Yeah, and he got a hell of a roster. So I mean, they should win a lot of games, man. They definitely should be in the playoffs, and it comes down to that. Let's see what happens in the playoffs with them.
Purple baby.
He said everything I wanted to say.
What?
Mm.
Come on, man.
So,
Y'all consensus on the Clippers.
Dex, why are you hating on the Clippers? Come on, man.
I don't hate on the Clippers. I know their history.
Okay, but that's history. This is the future here, brother.
No, he's mad because their history is in his building.
Yeah, he just
Well, I
want them
mean,
kicked out. He want them kicked out on
I'm
the
not
street.
mad. I'm not mad at that. I mean, they're just little brother who just can't get over the hump. That's all.
Hey, man, listen, man. At the end of the day, that whole entire crew that you got working inside that arena right now, they getting paid, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once
And
they
crypto.
move, they're gonna have to hire their own crew. So that crew ain't gonna get paid
That's
as
what they
much
want
anymore.
in LA. See, that's what they want.
They're
See, you know what I'm
creating
saying?
more jobs.
They're creating jobs. Exactly.
Hey, exactly.
So yeah, they prefer that better than them playing together. That's why they're doing it too. So
Well,
there's a
listen,
lot of
I'm
work
looking
being
at the
done on
team.
it.
I'm looking at the team as the team. And if you look at this team, and I know this only by paper, that's a good team, man. And they deep. That I agree with Ted that they need some center help in the center position. But
Oh,
besides
listen.
that,
Before we
they,
go, let me tell you this. I know one of the dancers for the Clippers.
Holla.
She's cool. She's actually a DJ, right? Her name is Crystal the DJ. You guys can go follow her if you want to. But she do the hype dances for the Clippers when they have the intermissions and things of that nature. She come out and
Mhm.
she do the dances. So big up to Crystal for having that job for a couple of years now. She's not their residential DJ, but she does DJing on the side. But yeah, she's the hype girl for the Clippers.
All right.
Yeah.
Dex just wanted to let us all know that. Moving on. Back
I
to
just
you, Marvin.
I look at the Clippers as a decent squad, man. A dangerous team if they can get some chemistry. I mean, they got a deep squad. They got some all stars. They got some actually one, maybe two superstars over there. Hey, hey man, if these guys start playing well, and you know they should be able to defend. And like I say, I think they're a little small at the center position, but can they make up with that with perimeter defense? We don't know.
Nope.
And I still like Reggie Jackson, man. I cut for Reggie Jackson. I think he should be starting for somebody coming off that bench. He stabilizes.
Reggie Jackson reminds me
Yes,
of Bobby Jackson for the Sacramento
yes,
Kings.
he did. Sure did. Yeah.
That's a great take.
Except Reggie probably would even be a little better than him. I think he's bigger. He's a better defender. Bobby was a dog though. He was.
Yeah, he was a dog, and he could dribble that ball.
Yeah. But I like the Clippers, man. I mean, we all hate
Oh,
to
here
bring
we
it up,
go.
but all this is based on health. We all know that. But
And
shit, the Clippers decent, man.
Light press play. This man said he liked the Clippers.
I mean, I'm just giving my take on the team. I
the
like the
Clippers
Bulls.
got a habit of getting there but not all the way there.
Always. That's why
Hmm.
they're the flippers. They always flip back.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just gotta worry
They
about
only got to the Western Conference championship game once in their
Yeah,
whole
they ain't
entire
gonna go
career.
no further than that.
and they've had some great teams, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, they have had
Yeah,
some
they have.
great teams. I don't
Can
care
they
what nobody
recover
tell
from
me.
it? Can they recover from their lack of size at the center
You talking
position?
about Candyman?
Can Candyman? I'm going shit. I'm talking about Darius Miles era, man.
Candyman.
Knucklehead.
That's Candyman.
Yeah, the knucklehead era, man. And
Candyman, Lamar Odom,
yup, bro. That and they broke that team up in like,
Corey Maggette.
yes, sir.
Who was their center?
Karan Butler, if I'm
Candyman.
not mistaken.
Yeah, Karan Butler. Candyman.
Olowokandi.
Wakandi. Yeah.
Olowokandi.
Yeah, the
How tall
Nigerian.
was he? I can't even remember him. Damn.
Probably like
7'1".
I remember the name, but I can't remember what he looked like.
Yeah, bro. They have had some
7'1".
amazing teams, bro.
He was a 7-footer?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow.
Although he was built like Greg Oden a little bit.
Yep. Sure was.
Oh, okay. I remember now. Can
Handyman.
this team make up for the lack
Yeah,
of
Olin
size in the
Polynice.
in the center position?
Bro. It is what it is with them. They did it last year. They could do it this year. At the end of the day, they don't have a big man. They're not gonna get a big man. And what's that dude that plays the middle, little white boy, man, with the little foot? He got some foot movement, bro.
Zubac.
He's
They got
Zubac.
Zubac there.
Yeah, bro. Him and Sabonis, man. Sabonis Jr., man. Like that's a rare
Sabonis
trait.
Jr. Sabonis.
Yeah.
Come on up in
Uh,
Sacramento.
Arvina's son. Trust me, man.
Sacramento.
No, he in Sacramento. He in Sacramento.
No, what I'm saying is I'm comparing their
Oh, okay. Yeah.
they foot movement in the paint, bro. That's a rare
I like
skill, son.
Sabonis. Now, I
These
always
dudes,
like Sabonis. Sabonis good. That's a hell of a player there, bro.
when you have that type of foot movement, bro, and you're undersized, you skilled, man. Trying to tell you, these dudes get buckets with their feet. They score it with their hand, but they get their buckets with their feet, man. You guys got to take a real good look at the way these boys play, man.
Yeah.
Little spin move, little juke here, little spin move here, but always look at their feet. They feet, the rhythm of their feet is freaking ridiculous, man.
Ted, I was gonna ask you. That's right. I'm happy you on there. You a Giants fan?
Yes, sir. Blue. Oh, come on, man.
He said that with power, Dex. You hear that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's been aching for a long time.
No, what the hell? Yo, bro. First of all, let me let y'all know something. All right, Tom Brady was about to go undefeated. Who cut that goddamn neck off? All
The
right,
Giants.
good.
Well, actually, Jonathan Tyree.
All right, and that was with Randy Moss and all of that. We stopped them from getting a ring. That's number one. Like Tom Brady
He
would
made that catch on his helmet.
On his helmet.
Yeah.
Amen.
What was his name?
Jonathan Tyree, something like that.
All right, that's
Only-
number
That's
one.
the only thing he did in the NFL.
That's all he had to do.
And not only did we win one, we won two, bro. So we're good, man. What are you talking about? The Giants could go another 20 years without winning a goddamn Super Bowl. We don't give a damn.
And it's gonna look like that's gonna happen.
We don't care. We're good. All right.
Man, you ought to hear this dude. He got a station on YouTube. You might have heard of him, Ted. His name Vic DiPino. Man, he be playing like he the Giants head coach when they lose it. This dude, he Italian. This dude is hilarious, man. Crazy as a motherfucker talking about the Giants. The Giants
He had a
played
lot of
all right.
practice at doing it.
That's what I was going to ask you, Ted. So you felt the Giants played a good game Sunday?
We won.
That's all that matters. There you go.
Okay. That's the answer to that.
Yeah, well, okay.
We won.
You don't have to.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. Sometimes the NFL is one league that luck counts. A lot of people don't believe in luck, but trust me, bro. Luck is in the world, bro.
And it ain't just that. That game is over. You don't get it. You don't get another retry. That game is win or lose or tie. Real simple.
That's it.
Move on to the next one.
Yeah, we about to get up out of here.
Yo, salute.
All right, fellas.
Yeah, we're gonna pull back up tomorrow, man.
All right.
I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. Shout out to
once again, we want to say R.I.P. to what's his name again? PNB Rock.
Rest in peace. It's Flight Sports.
David Tyree, that's his name. David Tyree.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.